Hello, comrades, and welcome to episode number, 258, there we go, for the week of September 27th, 2025, the week's plural. I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. With me, I have my co-hosts and guests, or, co-hosts and guest, Nicholas Wakefield, Aiden Jensen, Jonathan Van Aken, and Casey W.
Oh, the whole reason I didn't tell the story about me full naming Bender is because I didn't want to say his full name on the podcast. But
I'm actually Nicholas
MPL.
MPL.
How could you forget East?
Nicholas
welcome,
MPL.
John MPL.
Jane PL here.
John
Hello.
MPL.
Mr. PL.
Yeah, it's actually NPL stands for Nick Pacific Lines.
Anyway, this is going to be a wonderfully chaotic episode of the podcast. We're starting at 11 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday night. And we're going to be talking about Vancouver, a town that I can't pronounce, Yamanote, which I assume that I may be able to pronounce, Mount Rainier Scenic,
That's actually
and
pretty close to being
Railway
accurate.
200. Yeah, it's because I've been hearing you say it constantly.
Oh, yeah, and according to my pronunciation of Nick's town, it's Tuili.
Yeah, I was going to say Tuel.
Hello.
Well, it's just Tool.
I like Tuel.
Oh, no, we must butcher the pronunciation. It's Tuil.
To eel. Also, I could
Eel or
also
not to
pronounce East's thing Yamanote.
He would kill you. I think he's
We
going
just
to.
what if we
mean-
just said everything wrong today?
Yeah, what if we just say everything? Like, this is actually the Mount, like,
Rain.
I don't know how you pronounce
Right.
Rider.
You know,
Mount
we
Rainier.
have the FF in Nog.
Listen, that's it's Welsh.
Listen. Well, I'll handle the Welsh stuff. I went there.
Len Fargo Quinn. All right,
Gooly, 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 wonton, ling,
No.
dang, gooling, dang.
So yeah, we're already totally detached from reality. I forgot to make the cargo dock. The train will terminate at this station. Okay, where are we, Bender?
Washi Kanagawa Station near JR and Keikyu lines. Live broadcast, vehicle depot, Sunrise National Route 1, traffic information, weather camera, night view, Minato, Mirai H.E.
Oh, they're on Route
Basically,
1.
we're
Monado?
We're in Yokohama.
They're just down the
They're in
road
Yokohama.
from me then.
Yokohama.
Yeah.
Here,
this-
How could I
here we
forget?
see the Kaido line in the front, a yard for various different passenger services, and then the KK line in the back, with the
Well, we're
KK
actually
main line
seeing-
further beyond that.
What we're actually seeing here is the Reading.
Yes.
Yeah, and actually, no, it's pronounced the reading, get it right.
Yeah, because it's Japan.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the Reading Ote. Anyway, Class 1 Naval Responsibility will go from the top. BNSF on the 7th, they had a derailment in Montana, which led to the cancellation of the Empire Builder. Classic case for the Empire Builder. This
So
was...
true.
Wait, when was the derailment?
This was on September 7th.
Oh, I heard the 27th, and I was like, no wonder there wasn't an Empire Builder yesterday.
No, yeah, the statement derailed 7 empty rail cars, no hazardous materials, yeah, so they
Oh, it was on the High Line. Yeah, that will do it.
they made a real mess, and the Empire Builder that did manage to get like through or around or whatever was 9 hours late, and the other one was canceled.
Hey, Alice, I have my guess for latest train on Amtrak.
Yeah, I don't. Hang on to that thought. CSX Transportation hit a semi-truck that was trying to make a terribly advised U-turn in the middle of a railroad crossing. This is the short version of this video. I've definitely seen a longer version of this video. That was on the 25th of September. CPKC on the 8th of September recorded like the only serious tragedy of this, which we sadly have multiple angles of. They hit a bus northwest of Mexico City, and at least 10 people died, and 40 people were injured. There's, again, multiple angles of video on this. You could, certainly blame the bus driver for pulling halfway across a railroad crossing and not being able to get out on the other side because of the traffic. But also, this was a crossing that crossed a major road and had no gates, no lights, no warning of any kind, and they just came barreling on through. So, usually we talk about how it's very difficult to blame the train in a train and car collision, especially when Brightline is involved. But in this case, it is a real failing on the part of CPKC to not have their crossing even remotely protected. I'm not even sure if
Are
there's
there
a
even
sign.
crossbucks?
I don't.
Yeah, like
It's definitely a misnomer on their part.
Yeah, I just
I feel completely okay blaming this wholly on them.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
well, actually, I think the real criminal thing here is the fact that there's no law mandating, because the railroads are always going to take the cheapest option, no matter if it puts life at risk. But the
yeah,
fact that there's also no law mandating that this has to be at least signaled or something like that is also a failure on the governmental level.
yeah.
Oh, Mexico's kind of been
Yeah.
cooking lately though, so
Yeah, I mean, they
What?
need to get their the Mexican FRA on them. They
The
also
Mexican FRA is too busy dealing with the HSTs hitting dump trucks.
yeah, we have an article about that. On the
Yay.
14th, CPKC hit another truck, this time much more lightly, and I don't think anyone was injured. At least it seems like there should have been plenty of time for the driver to get out of the truck before the train hit it. NS didn't record any incidents in the period. Their last was August 29th. Union Pacific has two, one on the 13th, which is a 50-mile-an-hour UP grain train slamming into a car in Gardner, Illinois. Everyone was okay, apparently. And another one of a train hitting an abandoned car in San Antonio, which there's really no footage of that, but it is a video of the news report. On September 11th, we had two non-class 1 incidents. The first one was on September 11th, thanks to the Iowa interstate hitting the back of a fire truck that was actively fighting a fire.
Huh.
something
Yeah.
else happened on 9/11.
Also,
Yeah, that's actually the
Uh,
worst thing that happened on 9/11. I can't believe they hit a fire truck. Who would ever do such a thing? Imagine if there were two fire trucks.
Jesus. And two trains.
You're mad.
Oh my god, and imagine if there was a train in Pennsylvania as well.
This is that would be a strange place for an Iowa interstate train. Anyway,
so would the Pentagon.
Well, there's a McDonald's there.
They're
right.
just really hungry.
Anyway,
they want to go to McDonald's
on
in
the
Pentagon.
15th, Brightline hit a car, and
Least
thus
shocking news ever.
thus ends the Class 1 mantle of responsibility.
Wait, Brightline's part of the Class 1 mantle of responsibility
It's
now?
filed under the non-Class 1s.
Oh, okay.
Because this all started because of the Jamaica incident.
Oh.
So, yeah, now they have their own. Now they have their own section. Every other incident that is not a Class 1 also gets filed in the mantle, and that way, when all the Class 1s consolidate down into one, we'll still have something to talk about up here.
Oh, we'll definitely still have something to talk about. We just won't be segmenting it. Segmenting it by geographical location. Okay, the South has had 3 nuclear apocalypse happen because UP has decided to derail its 17th atomic train or something like
they
that.
put a center beam in the middle of the ethanol train. I don't know why.
Former NS dispatcher believed to be to blame.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll have to break it up by the 5 segments of the country that we used for those local royales years ago.
Exactly. Alaska finally getting onto the Class 1 mantle of responsibility.
So anyway, what are our picks for best wreck? Canadian National remains the holder of the Class 1 mantle, and the links to every single one of these incidents will be available in the cargoes document in the description.
I just want to
So
say,
I'm voting the Brightline one because I think it's astonishing that there were 2 ambulances on scene within 10 seconds because both of them were also waiting for the crossing. Fastest response time I've ever seen.
I watched the video, and it's morbid because they were killed.
Yeah.
But
That's an instant death.
you drove into the thing, went under it as the thing is blowing its damn horn, and then I just think all
cool
of
guys
these,
don't look at explosions.
the freaking this one, somebody walks onto the tracks and Brightline, drives onto it. This other one, a truck is doing a
Brightline
U-turn and
drives
gets
onto
hit.
it. Yeah,
This other one, the fucking one in Moline where the fire truck got hit, it was because a trash can filled with sawdust caught fire. And this other one was just like they're waving at the fucking 50-mile-an-hour freight from like a crossing down from where this car is, saying stop. Like, what the hell are you gonna do?
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, don't worry. They'll just they'll put their feet out and skid to a stop.
Honestly, I have another recommendation for the Class 1 manslaughter of responsibility. Who owns the little 282 Mikado? It's like in the Northeast.
You're gonna have to narrow that down.
Yeah.
Okay, it's number 4, I think. It's a really low number Mikado.
Low number Mikado.
Former
in the
logging.
Northeast. Is it 40?
You think?
Oh, it might have been 40.
Okay, yeah, Valley Railroad 40.
Yes. Anyway, they set a fire, except it was intentional. They rolled up to some guy's barbecue, and he was having and they took some coal from the firebox and used it to light his barbecue on fire.
No. That wasn't at Essex. That was at the Leona and Northern, up in I think it's Wisconsin. It's a little
That's the
242.
Northeast.
That is not the Northeast.
Wisconsin.
Not 242, my Kyle.
No, it's actually a really cool operation. Leona Northern is cool. No, it's a little 242, and I saw them. He climbed down from the cab with a scoop of flaming coal to throw in the grill. It's really
yeah.
funny.
It's like, hey, my friend Bob is having a barbecue. I have a great idea, Jim.
I don't know. Notably, this thing does appear.
Oh, it's the lumberjack steam trade, is what they're called.
It's a 262. Okay, but when we average out our answer, it comes out to the correct wheelbase.
Yes.
They're actually a non-FRA road. They're just insular.
I've never heard of them.
I mean, that's probably why they're able to have a barbecue on the side. It's like, stop the excursion.
Look where they are. Look where they are.
Yeah, in the Northeast.
Yeah, in the
Zoom
Northeast,
out.
obviously.
That's a really big number 4.
It's a humongous number. The number 4 is bigger than the road logo. Also, why is the whistle so high? Did they give it Viagra?
So you can hear it better.
Oh my god! I'm gonna share the picture for the second time. It is way up there.
I've seen some wild TikToks from some people on this. Who just get to screw around with it, and it's. I want to go. I want to go and be like, "Hi, here's a pack of cigarettes. Can I run?"
Oh, speaking of cigarettes.
It just says 4 spots.
No.
Speaking of cigarettes,
that mention is number 4. Sorry.
I this past weekend I got invited to take part in a what?
Sorry, I just saw it literally says 4 spot on it, and that made me die.
That makes me angry, actually. I like how they just drive the whole thing straight into a metal barn from Home Depot.
Yeah.
And then the 1960s Chevy pickup truck there as well. It's just so aesthetic.
It's the Green Ridge Pole Barn.
So, like I was trying to say, I know I'll get to that. I was invited to take part in a charter at the WWF. Now I don't really need an invite to do that because I'm a member and volunteer, but I didn't know it was happening, so I got a message from the train master that was like, "Hey, you should come up with TJ and Mew and whatever, and we're gonna dress up in 19 turn of the century garb and be in this charter." I ended up digging through my closet, finding some half decent clothes that fit, and we got up there, and it was volunteer not orientation day, but like we're trying to get more volunteers day. So there were some new people there, and we got to meet them and talk to them and invite them on uh, you know, on our adventure, which was that day to go and pick up all of the ties that were left along the side of the right of way, all the old ones and all the new ones. So we went and picked up, we boarded our chariot, which was diesel number 52, an open car, and 2 flat cars covered in dirt, because those were for the charter. And then we went and we rounded up all the ties, and then we brought a whole bunch of them to the top of the mountain. Well, the ones at the top of the mountain were already there. You can see the ties and the flat cars in the background. We had a flat car for new ties and a flat car for old ties. We got to the top of the mountain, there were 20 ties in a pile there. And so we decided to organize them nice, and then spent way too much time trying to balance a piece of wood onto the pile of ties. And that was all we got to do that day, because the fire danger was very bad. They were in a severe drought, like the most severe drought that they've had since 1948. And 9 was not allowed to leave the yard. The following day, when we went to do the charter, 9 just sort of shuttled back and forth in the yard, and we mostly did run-bys with the Model T. 52 took all the photographers out and down the line, and a bunch of us piled into the Model T rail car and just followed them, did a whole bunch of run-bys. We had a couple of pretty fun moments, but the reason this relates to cigarettes is because, and I don't have a picture of this on hand, when we were doing the stuff in the yard, we got the consist, the historical consist, which was the locomotive, 2 flat cars covered in dirt, and a caboose. Although we did actually, you can see it in the background of this, we threw in a boxcar. I was told it was for extra braking force, but I didn't see anyone use the brakes on that boxcar the entire day. We had the boxcar, and we had gone to a candy store, and I bought a couple of packs of candy cigarettes. And there are some great shots of us sitting in the dirt, sort of going down the line, candy cigarettes hanging out of our mouths. There's definitely a couple of photos people caught of me handing out candy cigarettes to the kids. And at the very end, one of the younger guys, the train master gave him a giant, 6 inches across lollipop. Good job. The pants that I dug out for this were brand new work pants I had never worn before, and then I went and sat in a pile of dirt with them. And it was a really great time. Some of these pictures have been posted on Reddit lately, and there's a really great photo of the lineup of everyone. Let me see if I can go grab that. It's also been put in black and white, which helps the aesthetic. Oh, here's actually a really good photo where you can see the train master and one of the other guys, and the train master's got the candy cigarette hanging out of his mouth. Hold on, I'll forward this to the chat so you guys can see it as well. But I wanted to find the one of everyone sort of sitting out. But yeah, no, it was a great charter, honestly. It was a lot of fun. Everyone got it for free, because that was not what we were supposed to be doing. We were supposed to be taking shots all down the line with the historical consist, but we let them reschedule that, and we basically just ran this anyway for anyone that wanted to show up. And they said, at the end of it, we asked them, if this was the charter you had paid for, would you have been satisfied? And they said, absolutely yes. So, I'm glad that we were able to keep things interesting despite the fact that we could not take the steam engine out of the yard. One of my favorite moments was we were doing our 3rd or 4th run-by of All the Center with the Model T, and I was in the back seat, and I said, all right, we're going to make this one a little bit interesting for the photographers and videographers. You go barreling by the station. As soon as we get by the station, I'm going to lean from the back seat into the front seat. Now, this is a third row. I'm in the third row. Like, lean all the way into the front seat and start yelling at the person who is driving. That you missed my stop. What are you doing? You were supposed to drop me off over there. So, hopefully someday I will get to see a video of what that looked like from the outside. But it was pretty good. People got a kick out of it. That was my last weekend. Yesterday, I don't actually really have photos from this. I took a day trip with Gloria into New York City, so that they could get a tattoo in advance of the wedding. A tattoo commemorating their late grandmother. We had Metro North Heritage units. Well, we had one pushing our train on the way in, the new, like, pre-McGinnis one, which I managed to get a photo of. And then right as we were leaving, there was one of the McGinnis ones, which apparently they have a bunch of. It was neat. It was cool. I haven't done a day trip to New York City like that in a long time. Got to ride Metro North, got to ride the subway. It was also like one of the very last, if not the last, Yankees home game of the season. And when we got to New Haven to get on the train, I pulled up to the parking garage and it was full. And I went, what the heck? Like, middle of the day on a Saturday, the parking garage is full? What's going on? And then I looked around and I see an ocean of people in Yankees jerseys. And I went, oh no. Oh no, I made the wrong choice. I should have checked the Yankees schedule before deciding to do this today. When we got to New York, we had to board the subway in the direction of Yankee Stadium, and the first train that came to the station was like they could not fit more people in it. So we just had to wait for the next one. But
Oof.
it was a great little train adventure. Now, I know I'm not the only one that's been on train adventures. Casey, I think you should be going last here because you're going to take us to 3 in the morning.
I was going to suggest that, actually,
yeah,
that exact fact.
So what has everyone else been up to? East, I know you did some stuff, but you don't have anything written down. And also, you're muted, so never mind. What if...
Julius can go.
Yeah, go ahead, Julius. You wrote, I am on tray.
I am on train burnout.
Currently. Oh, okay. You had so much burnout you couldn't even finish writing that down.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've just been working on my freelance. I've got some cars painted now, or I got some passenger cars painted, and those passenger cars got shipped to Denver, for that passenger car because I only sent one. Got shipped to Denver for the freelance rail prototype models meet, and was included in in a big train with a bunch of other freelance model railroaders, which is pretty neat. And I can provide a photo, but
I was gonna say,
I've been grinding on my freelance railroad, and all last week that's basically all I did. But come today, I was just like, man, like. I'm a little bit burnt out, but I did finish up a few cars. So this is, I'm gonna send a picture. I'm gonna look for it. This is MPL 1004. This isn't Canon anymore. This is a non-Canon car, but this is what went to Colorado because it was the only one I finished in time. And then these two are the first actually Canon cars. This is the Ogden and the Butte, not Butt. Please don't call it the Butt. I've had probably 30 million people call it the Butt. I mean, it
okay,
is spelled
I won't do it now. I'll do it after the podcast, though.
And so I have that. And yeah, that's basically all the train stuff I've been doing. The Ogilli's being a foamer is still true, but I just have not really been. I don't know. I'm not going to say my train spark is dying, but
well, wait. Where were you right before the podcast?
I was at Safeway.
Oh, okay. I knew you had been home, and then you were out and then you came back, I assumed you were trackside.
I was at Safe Line.
Okay.
Carly wanted a cake.
Oh, nice.
Carly was like, I want a cake, so, and I was like, fuck, that sounds delicious. So
I mean,
we went out for
I
cake.
also would not say no to a cake. I've got ice cream in the freezer. It's
Wow.
way too late for me to be doing that, but Better, did you have a cake?
No.
Oh.
So I have made some friends at work, and we were all having fun, and then we were just like, hey, why don't we do a dinner party? So this Friday, which would have been the 26th, we had a dinner party at
Back.
6:30, Hello East. The
Hello.
person who
Hi.
shall be named.
Yeah, I was about to say, oh, perfect timing. Here we go.
And I decided to make some deviled eggs. No, I don't have any pictures. Although there are still some in the fridge. And we had an awesome chili they made with like Alfredo sauce and stuff. It was excellent.
Nice.
I had some for lunch the next day because I worked the next day. Perfect. We played Cards Against Humanity. We did all kinds of fun stuff. And as soon as when we were leaving, because I carpooled with the guy, because my mother forgot to show up, so I was like, okay,
Damn.
you're going there, I'm going there. Let's just go to my house real quick. I'm gonna put on a different shirt and like get my stuff, and we're gonna go. And as we're leaving, we're like, we're getting into the car. Door was unlocked. Oops. And they lost their keys. She spent like 15 minutes looking around for the keys, only to find them in the grass.
Oh,
Funny. This person also brought 2 12-packs of soda for like 2.5 hours that we spent there.
nice.
It was optimistic. But before we played Cards Against Humanity and had all that fun, somebody called.
I wonder who that could be.
I wonder.
Um,
I'll take the next exit shrimp on this. Settle this out.
Shrimp on sale at this time. I think I'll take
How-
the next exit. How convenient.
How could
So, I'm out rail fanning. I'll send photos afterward. This story takes precedent. So I'm like, okay, I wonder if I'm going to see the builder today. So I call up my good friend Bender. And I'm like, Bender, is the builder still 3 times a week, or is it back to being daily? And he's like, oh, well, it was 3 times a week during COVID, but I think it's being back to daily now. It's still 3 times a week.
I think I get
Or maybe
confused
4
'cause
times a week,
like-
but it's not daily.
It's 3 times a week, but it's basically daily with how many trains are on system at one time.
Yeah. Well, no, but sure.
I mean,
That's not how being daily works.
shut
Anyway,
it.
so I'm like, okay, well, if there is a daily builder, what time does it leave? And he's like, it leaves, if it gets to my town where I used to live at this time, it should be by you at this time. I'm like, oh, that's probably a little late for me, so I probably won't see it. So anyway, we start talking a bit, and then I think he must have put me on speakerphone or something like that, because I start hearing laughter in the background, and I'm like, oh, are you? He's like, oh, I'm at a dinner party. Or something like that. And I was like, oh, you're at dinner. Oh, so sorry. And he's like, no, I'm at a party. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes me feel a lot less bad. And so, we continue talking, and, we're shit posting at this point. So he's like, okay, we're going to go play Cards Against Humanity. I'm like, okay, that's cool. It's like, oh, and I hear a horn as well. But, it sounds like it's coming from the industrial plant, and I've already seen, like, 3 or 4 different little industrial switchers. So I'm like, it's probably one of them blowing the horn. And then I see one Jeep come around the corner. And I'll send a photo. And then I see a second Jeep come around the corner. And, I'm like, okay, 2 Jeeps. That makes sense for, an industry plant switch or whatever, 2 Jeeps makes sense. And as the saying goes, 1 Jeep, 2 Jeeps, 3 Jeeps, 4
Jeeps.
Jeeps.
1 Jeep, 2 Jeep, red Jeep, blue Jeep.
So true.
Actually, they're all orange.
And in this case, you may notice that the third unit is a GP30, and fuck you, Nick, I know it's a GP30-2, guys.
It's a GP30
Wow, alright.
-2 or whatever.
The end, the chip.
So, yeah, anyway, so I'm seeing this come around the corner. The second I notice it's a GP30, I'm like, Bender, there's a GP30. I've got to go now. Have 72 versions at Auschwitz. Bye. And I hang up before he can reply.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I make that joke because they're playing Cards Against Humanity. 2 of the more famous cards from Cards Against Humanity, I think.
Yes.
Anyway, so
I don't know. I don't know
this-
about that, considering when you said it earlier, no one in here except for Bender was like, ah, yeah, funny joke. We were all like, what the hell did you just say?
Okay, but if you're playing Cards Against Humanity, I feel like 72 Virgins is like the card everybody knows.
Comes up so
But it's-
Yeah, but also
Yeah.
like the context of Cards Against Humanity existing needs
I
to
think
be brought
I think
up.
it's important. I mean, you know, for me, it's like the
No.
Pac-Man card. That's the iconic card to me.
What's the Pac-Man card?
Never mind. You'll find out when you're older.
you'll find out when you're old. Yeah.
Clearly, we have two very differing opinions on Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah,
I think
well, you
my
know.
favorite card of the night was the one that said, "I have a new way of talking. It's called Spanish."
Anyway, so this 645's chugging up this hill was something to behold, both to the ears and to the eyes. I don't know what's the mouth.
To the mouth. You opened your mouth and just
was-
like.
he was
I
probably
just started
frothing.
licking.
Yeah.
"Ah."
He was foaming. There was
Oh,
foam coming
pause.
out of his mouth.
Pause.
It's true.
Pause.
Yeah, you know, I made myself. I
Pause
coined a
challenge?
lymphoma. Anyway, here's the GP30. Notably in front of it, the unit 2554. Nobody seems to quite know where it came from. Neither rail pictures nor the BNSF roster from the diesel shop, nor any of the other rosters I could find list what this unit used to be. There was a 2524 on system, but it's a GP35U, which was renumbered to like 2454 or something like that, and very clearly is not the same unit because it has the unibrow from hell. It's one of those units where the unibrow sticks like 1.5 feet above the glass for some reason. So nobody knows, and it's not like this came from a set of like these are specifically Santa Fe rebuilds. This is from Santa Fe, Frisco rebuilds. They're all kind of jumbled in together.
Mhm.
As far as I'm aware, no one knows really where this unit came from.
Found an Apex.
And then 2810 also had a very interesting history. It was built for the Chicago and Eastern Illinois, then went to the MOPAC, then went to the LNN, then went to the Seaboard, then went to the BN, then was rebuilt to 39-2, and then to BNSF. And if this is the photo I'm thinking of, yeah. A quartet of Rico rebuilds fits blah 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 for delivery to the BNSF while a BN and Santa Fe Jeep wait their turn in the shop. Nowhere in this photo is a BN or a Santa Fe Jeep. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the wrong caption, or...
Well, all you know
It
in
does
the
not
picture
look
is
like
that
the
it's
right
from
caption.
2016.
Yeah, like... I've seen that photo, and I've, like, analyzed it. I'm like, there ain't no fucking Santa Fe
Enhance.
Jeeps in here.
Enhance.
Yeah. And, again, noticeably...
Jarvis,
You know,
find this guy's house.
This is a former GP30. You can tell because of the hump.
You can tell because of the way that it is.
Yeah, you can tell because of the way it is. This is the other 2554 they have, which is notably not a GP30. This is the GP35U, which was renumbered to something else on the BSF. Very strange difference. 2625, that's what it is. Renumbered to 2625.
Which is now a GP39-3.
Yeah, which, you know, doesn't help when the -2 and the -3 used to be the same number but they're different bases, and it's confusing.
The SF looks superimposed. Like it was painted on after it. Looks like it's not real. It looks like it's photo editing.
You're right.
On what, the photo?
Yeah.
It does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they really do.
But that wasn't the high. That was one of the like 4 highlights of that day. The other highlight is this. A basically unpatched.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Practically
basically unpatched
unpainted.
Santa Fe engine. I mean, you know.
That still has the Railroad Roman on it.
It does. It's
It's
bleeding
for
through.
yeah. It's for the Willamette and whatever.
You can barely tell
But
that.
yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, it's peak. Again, I was not joking when it was basically unpatched.
Oh, it's for the P and W, the other P and W.
Yeah, the other PNW.
Better one.
No,
Maybe.
They didn't steal from the DNH, so I don't think so.
There's also this was like the other like super hype thing that I caught the Santa Fe. Then here's an H1 GP 438-2. Very cool.
yeah, the green, the green that doesn't quite look like green.
I also caught both remaining Talgo sets, which is very cool to see.
Oh, yeah, he did.
What else? What else? What else? There's some other cool stuff in here.
I didn't realize
Really?
any of these were still
Probably-
running.
Yeah. Just two.
It was just one until like a week and a half ago. They fixed the other set. I also saw God, and I would also like
Oh,
to
hell
point
yeah.
out there was. This is gonna sound kind of bad, but like this is like genuinely good. There was a surprising amount of female railroad employees I saw.
Oh, that is good.
Like
Sounds
there
good.
were several conductors. The engineer on this Amtrak train was female. Several engineers as well, and I was really surprised to see that. And I'm like, yes, yeah.
Diversity.
So
Don't
Yeah.
let the boomers know.
I won the Pacific Northwest. I think the Boomers are fine with it.
Well, it depends on which state you're in.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
or which half of which state? This
That's
reminds
also true.
Yeah.
this reminds me though. The important thing about my WWF trip is that I took the train. TJ and I took the train. We worked a normal day at our offices in Boston on Friday, and then went and grabbed the last Downeaster of the day out of North Station, north to Brunswick, and Mossy Mug picked us up. It was cool. And
probably my favorite
we saw-
photo that includes a train.
we saw
sorry, go ahead.
one of the we saw an NCPU as well. One of the F40s.
Cool.
Although our train up just had two P-42s on it, one on each end.
That's so true.
This is a nice picture.
Yeah, if this photo wasn't backlit, I think this would be the best photo I've taken. But it is unfortunately backlit, which kind of sucks. But it's still a really nice photo.
It makes
And
the
then I
headlights
caught-
pop.
A race, which I know you can't show the video on stream, so I'll send the photo as well. But there was this. This was a clusterfuck of an operation. So one train came into recrew, sat on one of the main lines going through the yard. The yard's off to the. If you're looking south, the yard is off to the left. You have the two mainline tracks on the right side of the yard. One train's recrewing there. A train on the east leg of the Y comes in, is blocking two of the three tracks to go eastbound because it comes over and it blocks one of the tracks. Then another train comes in and blocks the third remaining track on the east side of the Y. Then the CP train comes in to also have a crew change. So there were 5 tracks being simultaneously blocked of the 6 tracks that go through this Y. And then the Amtrak train came in and blocked every single track on this Y had a train on it. The Amtrak
kinda
train was able to get by because the CP train took a restricting diverging off to on a hand throw to go down to the port area where the Jeeps came from. So then the Amtrak train was able to then take a crossover to skirt by the first train that got a crew change. It was a clusterfuck of an operation. But the CP train and the Amtrak train, to put it at the almost exact same time as you can see from the video, which is very cool.
That is cool.
The CP train also had a KCS Jeep on the back, which is cool. And this was the train that had the first recrew, which is a XBN Triclops with a BN SD60M on the back, which
That's
is very
awesome.
cool. And then they got stopped by the bridge.
So
The bridge swung open. So I was able to go get some real nice units of photos of the SD60M. up and close. Again, was surprised to see just the unpatched BN on the front. That's pretty cool. And then lastly, second to last, I'm just gonna send some of the rolling stock picks that were on this BN train, or BNSF train with the BN ST60. When they send, did I send them to the right spot? Yeah, I did. Alright, they're still sending. This will just happen a moment. Here we go. Which is a Grand Trunk hopper, still with its GTW number and its card track, with a 79 build date.
Nice.
Very cool.
Oh,
A
hold on, I want to show.
C&W car with its unpatched C&W number. The C&W logo is, blacked out, but you can still, see it's C&W, pretty much. The Northwestern is peeking through the blacked out.
Oops.
The build date wasn't legible on this car because it's rust. But then also I learned that the Golden West service has hopper cars. I did not know that. I thought they just had box cars. This is a 1980 built car where you can the original reporting mark I think has faded either so much that you can now see the original SP mark is like more there, or the SP relettered this at some point from something else, and then the UP just never relettered it post SP.
They don't have to do that.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I
super
really
that
like
happens.
C&W hoppers. I used to see a ton of them out there, and they're weathered so beautifully.
And then, hold up, I'll send them from my Photos app because Discord's not showing me what's in my favorites. These are just some very nice sunset photos I took of the sunsetting. Once
But
they
you're nowhere
send.
near the sunset.
Oh yeah, these.
That's a nice
yeah.
photo. I love the clouds. Some desktop
I love
background
the
material.
bridge.
Yeah, and the
So
bridge
nice.
I love
swung
the
open. That's
side.
awesome.
The sideways bridge.
Yeah,
The West is just better. I'm sorry.
the West has fallen, the rest fallen.
Wrong.
Also, I like the derail. Where the one on the left makes sense because it puts you away from the bridge. The derail on the right puts you straight into like the girder section of the bridge.
Hey, I mean, it's strong enough.
Yeah, and also I don't think the bridge is surviving the impact of if something hits the bridge, it's going quite fast. Also, I would like to point out that the derail on the right also makes it a sharper curve. So I think anything just going there, if it suddenly yoinks the sharp curve, it's probably just going to go flying off straight anyway.
Nah. Now you be on the ground.
No, you'll be on the ground.
You-
You're
You'll
just
be on the
gonna
ground
you're just
one way
gonna
or
go.
another.
You're gonna go clunk a clunk a clunk, and then you're gonna stop.
Yeah, I mean there may or may not be a
your
bridge
speed
involved
limit
in
there.
that.
Your speed limit is starting on a 30 there as well from the sign, so like you're already slowing down. If you're hitting the derail, you're probably going at max 30, so you're just gonna go fucking off.
Yeah. No.
but
No.
like 30 is
I
still
think
quite
it's.
fast if you've got a good chunk of train behind you.
Yeah, but the train is all gonna accordion up behind you when you come off.
Yeah.
Well, it could also just push you forward,
If it pushes you that much further, how much train do you have?
Well, also, I mean, you can't push
this
with a
is
rope.
PSI. These are like 14,000 foot trains.
Can't push with a rope. It's
Not with
gonna
that
you know
attitude.
see if only we had good derailment physics, we could test this out. Guess we're just gonna have to wait
Yeah.
for Century of Steam.
Hmm.
We
We're
need
gonna have to, like,
drawbridges
revert
and
back to
derails in
rigid
Century
rope
of
from
Steam.
Blaze mod.
The drawbridge.
No,
is
we have to go to like MSTS physics where like
Yes.
it's like one not MSTS
Yes.
physics, train sim physics where if one car derails, your entire train gets shot into space.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they were expecting to happen. It's not gonna hit the bridge because
Yeah.
it's gonna hit the stratosphere.
Yeah, fastest man-made object, a
They're
Devo.
pissing on the moon.
that like UP
Yeah,
like
actually,
mineral
you guys
train.
know the asteroid that's like hurtling towards Earth that like NASA wanted to nuke, just like that one movie? They're actually just gonna send a Jeebo at it.
What, you mean the Bruce Willis movie? I watched
Armageddon.
that in
Is it a
DC.
Bruce
It was,
Willis movie? I
it
thought
was
it was
awful.
Rock.
I honestly thought it was kind of garbage. It's
Well,
funny
yeah,
as
it's
fuck.
not good.
Even
Yeah, I
though
caught-
Bruce Willis.
In the 6 hours I was there, I caught something like 14 trains. Which is, and I quote from my friend, a very slow day for Vancouver.
Yeah, sounds about right. Honestly,
Which, like, if 14 trains in 6 hours is slow, I want to see what a busy day is. Especially
Mhm.
considering, like, for an hour and a half, there was, like, no tracks available because of, fucking crew changes.
All right. So I will say,
It's Caseying time.
I would like to say welcome back, Casey.
Hello. It's
Uh,
been a long time.
no, I meant to the
Well,
United States.
well, there's that too. For those uninitiated, hi, I'm Casey. My pronouns are she, her. Um, I'm gonna start with the very. This might be a little bit of a long. I'm going to try to give an abridged version. For those uninitiated, I work for a railroad in the United States here.
Poor thing.
And I closely work with one of our national parks.
So I
A
can't
railroad
say
working with a
soon to be the
national
Union
park.
Pacific.
I wonder
Soon to be
which one that
Yeah,
is.
I wonder.
soon
I
to
wonder
Probably
always
which
Grand
be
one.
the
Canyon. No,
Union
hold on, that could be
Pacific
Grand
again.
Canyon.
Well,
It doesn't matter. It's also
at
be the
this
UP
point,
eventually.
it's all right. At this point, please show the image.
Which
I
one?
work for the
I
Delaware,
think the one she
Lackawanna,
just
and New
sent.
York Railroad.
TLNY. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The DLNY
Hey,
Railroad.
wait. No, this isn't the
Um,
office train. Where's the office train?
Show the PA. Show the PA.
okay. Hey, I will find the cursed image.
This is.
There, yep, there we are.
Yeah, UP's gonna reclaim 4012 just by a matter of like consuming all tracks and like roads.
Yeah, I want to stress to the viewer, this is a real image.
This is.
The shit fucking Eastern.
This is
Is that
the.
a 3/4 dome in the back?
No.
You think
I
no, the
wish.
dome is the caboose. That doesn't exist.
Yeah, I know. The
This
fact that you're
concept-
missing a caboose is upsetting. You also don't have the RS3,
Yeah.
which is a bummer.
But yeah, this consist is the Alco PA M420, two EL C424s in different paint schemes, a power box car, a power baggage car, a Comet
Or
car,
bottom.
a
Okay, you don't gotta out yourself like that, Nick. Okay, we know you're a power
a
bottom,
nickel
but
plate, a nickel plate 10-6 sleeper that's falling apart, and then EL number 2 Pullman business car.
It's so good. It's so.
It's
I have
so
never
bad.
seen anything this chaotic in model form, let alone in real life. It is. It's magical. I love this train, and also I hate looking at it.
Yeah.
So
this is
Yeah.
the type of train that gets the boomers upset at the club because it's not
Yeah.
realistic.
But it's entirely run by boomers. The boomers created this train. I want to make that evidently
No.
clear.
I would like to point out there is in fact a prototype for everything, and there's nothing you can do about
Yeah.
it.
So anyway, you guys
for-
are running excursions to the water gap.
Well, we're not.
To the
Steamtown
Watergate,
is.
Richard
If
Nixon.
the
Is that
government
you?
doesn't shut down on Tuesday, they'll
Well,
be running
Is this
next
podcast
week.
gonna come out pre or post government shutdown?
well,
Alice?
we
Yeah,
will
yeah,
find
yeah.
out.
We'll find out at.
Yeah, is the podcast
Shut-
released
nope,
they're
you're
gonna
out.
be affected by the government shutdown?
You come on. You knew that I was walking into that. One.
You're
I
fired.
can't say the phrase "find out" or else I'm tortured. It is
But
2 weeks until the WWF's fall work weekend, and I may be introducing myself to Nick Ozarek.
So this water gap trip that Steamtown's running is an interesting thing. So this is a thing that's being run by Steamtown NHS and the Iron Horse Society, which is the friends of insert
that's
railroad
us.
here, basically. Um,
Not
It's a
us.
little bit
We are
weird
the Iron
thing.
Horse Society.
so they're running the train to East Stroudsburg from Trenton, and then we'll be they're gonna let people off there for the Pickle Me Poconos Festival, which is a pickle festival in East Stroudsburg.
The what?
Yes, the Pickle Me
Pickle
Poconos.
Express.
It's a pickles festival in East Stroudsburg. That they set up along the tracks and all that. The water gap trip is they're going to deboard the train, and for those who want, they can pay an extra fee, and people from the festival can ride the train from East Stroudsburg down to Slateford while they run around the train because they have to go that way, really, and then come back to East Stroudsburg. It is a separate excursion on another excursion.
It's a two-part excursion. It's like when you take when you take 2102 from Reading to Jim Thorpe, and you get to Jim Thorpe, and they're like, hey, also, if you want to ride the RDCs, but it's the same train.
It's exactly the same train. Yeah. Also, they pulled a troop sleeper out of the deadline, and they just got a grant for it from apparently the Lackawanna chapter of the Locomotive Society. Didn't even know that thing existed.
I cannot wait for the troop sleeper to become part of the regular Steamtown consist, along with their other two coaches that work.
Well, no, they're up to 5 now.
Oh, that's
they
actually
got 5.
I was gonna say
that's actually
how
quite
do
significant.
We have more working coaches than fucking Steamtown. But no, now that they have 5, we no longer have more working coaches than Steamtown.
They've got 5 coaches now, 3. So I can't wait to see that troop sleeper mix in the middle of it. It's gonna look better than the power box car.
Why did you
in theory, we
I
have
can't
4,
wait to see the Shay on the front of it.
Cars.
Why did you have 2?
But one of them is slightly racist.
Okay. Listen. You can set aside the historical fabric. You can take out the colored only section of the car. You can make it all one thing. Like, I know you're in Florida, but I think they should do that.
Anyway.
Well, because the signs actually do have an anybody free for all seating or whatever like that, and that's actually how we keep them by default. Because there's a ghost that gets very unhappy if we set the signs to either colored or white.
Oh, you have an abolitionist ghost. Based. Also, Southwest Airlines seating method is the best seating method.
Yeah.
So, at any rate, for the uninitiated, I went on quite the trip in August.
Yeah.
Now, I know this is the end of September, but I haven't been on a podcast for quite a while, and also this weekend that we're recording this on, for the next 7 or 6 minutes.
It's fine. Don't worry.
Is
guys,
Railway
I think we can
200.
finish before midnight, guys. I think we can finish before midnight.
Listen, you were the one that said that. Who are you mocking?
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Shut up.
Okay.
No one makes fun of my son like that, except for me.
Cat has decided to join.
This weekend
Dad
marks
has
200
Kat,
years.
Hi, Nicole.
This weekend marks 200 years since the opening of the Stockton and Darlington Railway. And as such, there has been a worldwide celebration of Railway 200. I know that's been probably covered on the podcast at some point before.
We've mentioned it. We've had about 300,000 articles of various Avengers assemblings for Railway 200, and
yeah,
Thank you, Rail Pony. Very cool.
I'll focus more of that on the news, but because of that trip, because of that, I decided, screw it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go get lost in another country. And I went to England and Wales.
Hey, I've done that before.
You said, I can't find Scranton. Let me look somewhere else.
Oh, wait. Yeah. So, it was simultaneously I think it was quite frankly the greatest trip I've ever done. I don't think I'll ever do something like this ever again. 3 weeks up and down England and Wales. I did not touch Scotland at all.
I did not touch Scotland.
I didn't touch it. I also didn't touch the Lake District. Really, there was a lot of things I skipped. This was very much a trip of, if I never get a chance to come here again, this is everything I want to see. In total,
I still can't believe you didn't go to Scotland.
I want to give it the time that it needs. I don't want to just, oh, hey, I've been to Edinburgh, and then leave. No, I actually want to go see things. And
I can't believe you didn't go to Edinburgh.
Everything in the UK is about 20 minutes from each other. That gets to about 40 minutes up in Scotland. and that's a long travel.
Okay, but
I
you live
can
in the U.S.
confirm. I
Everything
agree.
is like
Yes.
4 hours away from each other, unless you live in Rhode Island.
Well,
Yeah.
listen. I went to 18 different railways and the London Science Museum in
So it's
3
legal.
weeks, which is an insane. That's like 1.25 a day almost. Uh, so I'd like to share some photos. Ellis, we're gonna go by slide rule.
Okay. Do you want me to
I'm
start
gonna
at the top?
no. There's one that I replied to. I'm gonna reply to it again.
Oh,
I
I
stayed.
lost it.
I'm gonna send them down. So just look for the period, the most recent period.
Okay. All right.
Um, I stayed at a hostel in London. Because I'm cheap. Uh, London is a zoo. London is a zoo for people.
And
That's how cities work.
it
Can't
has
really
been for
recommend.
1,000 years.
Really
Yeah.
weird. I unfortunately can't find where I put the photo, but it's really weird to pop out of a tube station and just see a castle, like a legitimate castle, in the middle of a city. The Tower of London
That sounds
should
about
not
right.
exist. Um, which is not featured in
Your
these photos.
Majesty, there's been a second bus.
Second
I
bus.
had a nickel for every 9/11 joke. I'd have at least 2 planes for each tower. Um,
And one in the field of Pennsylvania. Um,
yeah.
Don't let the feds find out about Building 17.
Yeah.
um,
It's they were actually aiming for the Taco Bell because
We're not aiming for the
God
truck.
yeah,
eliminated competition.
it didn't go well there.
9/11 was actually a McDonald's inside job. Um,
So,
They were a bunch of clowns.
so to that end,
you should get a point for that.
London, Lo- London is really cool. Actually using the tube for transport is really, really cool. It's a very well usable system when you get used to it. Um, just actually go to the end of the platform and get on, so you can sit down and not be crammed in.
Listen, you're just
Um,
lucky there weren't any Yankees games. Is all I'm saying.
yeah. um,
Or apparently any NFL games.
Yeah.
yeah. In the London Science Museum, which is image 4 in the first thing, there's the Puffing Billy, which is 211 years old. This is the oldest steam locomotive preserved, which is insane.
Ferb, I know what we're gonna do
So why
today.
is it Railway 200 and not Railway 211?
Well, Railway
Like, I feel like
200
there's some misleading going on here.
railways themselves have actually existed for almost over 300 years. The oldest of which preserved is the Tanfield Railway, which I unfortunately didn't get to see. Steam traction has existed since about 1790, give or take. Railway 200 celebrates the modern railway, which was the opening of the Stockton and Darlington and the first passenger railway.
The first scheduled
Which
passenger service
yes, that is
With
what
or
that's
without
what this
horses.
commemorates.
without horses.
Inside of the Science Museum, inside the Science Museum was Puffing Billy. There was another engine, a Cornish engine. This is a pumping or a hoist engine, the big red thing with coreless valves from Rhode Island, which is wild.
Love that.
There were some excellent models. These are the two American ones. One of an Erie broad gauge 440,
Oh my god.
and of a Norris that was imported to pull trains up the Lickey Incline, which I think is the worst engine they could have possibly picked in the entire world.
They did get scammed on those. This is a
They
true
got
story.
scammed.
No. I can think of a possible worse engine to send up the Licky Hill or whatever you said.
Is it Hurricane? Are you gonna say Hurricane?
Yes, it's
Of
Hurricane.
course it's Hurricane.
Yeah, but at least they didn't have
I
to
feel like-
import it.
I mean,
Yeah, they paid the
okay, but I
tariffs
feel
to
like
get
someone should've been-
Norris's.
So you can also see in the next photos there at the end. I did get to go to almost all of London's termini. In total, over the course of my visit, I visited King's Cross, St. Pancras, Waterloo, Victoria, and Paddington. I didn't get to Marylebone, Liverpool Street, or Fenchurch Street, unfortunately. But this is the
Fench
station
Street?
route. This is the station roof at Paddington. Paddington Station is a marvel of engineering, and Brunel was an absolute madman. But holy God, it's gorgeous. Oh my God, it's so gorgeous. And Ellis,
See, I want to go.
Hold on, I'll
if
let
you
me
can
pull it up
zoom
again.
in up to the skylight, you can see that there are holes in the wrought iron. Those are shapes of the sun and stars, and they are designed in such a way to allow pipes to go through, be laid in there, so that the skylight can be cleaned from cinders.
Oh, cool. I thought they were speed holes.
Interesting. That's cool.
Yeah, it saves weight.
Yeah.
Um, on the next one, which I will send a thing to, I visited the London Transport Museum, which was the hottest museum I've ever been to in the planet.
Like
It
literally
was
hot, as in sweltering.
literally it was so physically warm in there. Oh my God, it was so hot. I was sweating buckets. Um, I cannot. I don't know why. It's above ground, so the 440 underground gauge 440 is on the second floor of the building. I want like the pictures do not show that, but it's on the second floor. Um, the buses were cool. They had some cool trolleys. They also had this weird Piccadilly line thing with the paddy wagon, the car for dwarves.
Oh my god. Hold on. Whoa. All right.
It's so tiny, and it's like a coffin. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's shaped like one too. How about that?
um, yeah. Uh, I was also able to visit the Kempton Steam Museum, which is worth a visit if you're ever in the area, with the world's largest preserved triple expansion engines, which I got to run. I got to run it.
That's so awesome.
That was phenomenal. Running an engine that's about 10 stories tall.
And these were used as a stand-in for the Titanic's engines in A Night to Remember, I think. One of the
Ye-
like
No,
earlier.
no, they were used. They were used in Titanic itself.
No,
In
no,
the movie.
no, they were not. I went and looked it
No,
up. They were used in
What?
they were used in A Night to Remember. In Titanic the movie they used Liberty ship engines.
Oh, see, they told me that it was used at in the Leonardo DiCaprio one.
Well, it's an easy mistake to make.
Well, either way, really, really impressive machines, and it was great to run them.
Yeah, I mean
And
that's
you can see me
crazy.
with the old people who helped me run it, and were great. I also got some paperwork for it. Um, I then jolted back across London by tube and took the train to the Great Central and visited their Railways at Work gala, which was an impressive thing with four engines in steam. At one point, 7 trains on the main line. Which it's a mainline railway. It's double track signaled freight trains. If you can just scroll through the last images there
Yeah,
of that
I
one,
pulled
and
up
then
the chooches and the people loading crates.
yeah, they had full stage shows loading and unloading cars, which was phenomenal.
And
Um,
whoever this is, something Hall.
Witherslack Hall. That's Witherslack Hall.
With their slack.
Witherslack Hall.
It's just the locomotion
Really,
name.
really, really great. I want to say I did do this by train. I had to walk up the hill to here. It was pretty fun to do that at like 8 o'clock at night.
Well, so I want you to know
Um,
that joke was the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Oh, I'm glad.
Then why aren't you laughing?
so perfect.
Nick, in like the most deadpan voice, that was the most funniest thing I've ever heard.
My
Right?
mic's been muted because I've been helping
getting
grow with
head?
something.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I wish.
Jesus. This truly is the late night podcast.
Yeah.
So
That would be nice. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, I'll tell her to
afterwards-
do you a favor.
after Great Central, which was a phenomenal day, I wish I spent more time. I took the train to York, got to suffer on a cross country service, which I didn't get any photos of. I had to transfer trains. Most of my trains were all correct, but I had to transfer trains in Derby. I think it was pronounced Darby.
Derby.
I don't know, and I don't care.
Derby.
Um, this train, I didn't have any
Liberty.
reserved seats, but I had travel. Um, the entire train was sold out, 100%. I had to spend an hour standing in the vestibule by the bathroom
Oh my god.
because it was the only spot available, and it was awful. It was absolutely awful. Every single, like, no disrespect to the employees, but every single thing about cross-country trains sucked except for them. So I got to York.
If you
York
could
Railway
tap that, you
Station
should
is
be
impressive. Very, very impressive curved train shed with 15 platforms. It's insane. I then went to the NRM, which was only half open, which was, quite frankly, the worst museum I've ever been to with the best collection. I don't really have many photos from there because I kind of rushed through it.
Yeah, I get
I
the
got
Mallard
to-
photo is like shaky.
Yeah, it was not a fun experience. It's very loud and cramped in there. There's a lot of things in that museum, but you can't properly view any of them. Um, it's so cramped.
It
It does have the best locomotive ever to exist. Pet.
Pet. Yep, I had that up on the
Yeah.
screen already.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you,
Uh,
thank you. This is
and
the
also
best
one
engine.
of the worst ever to exist. I'll just close out that photo of Mallard. Duck for
I
dinner.
Duck for dinner. 2025 year of the Midland.
Can we get a local base page for pet, please?
Yes, please.
Well, you know, we have
Um,
this photo now. We can make a trading card.
Yeah. We have the photo. We need to include the guy in it.
Oh god, I forgot about the guy. Hide the Payne Herald in the back. Poor guy.
So after which, I rented a car for the next day. Driving on the left is weird. I like it now that I've gotten used to it, but it was really weird at first. Drove up to North Yorkshire Moors, had a wonderful ride behind Tornado. Fell asleep halfway through it because
Nice.
I was so exhausted. And then popped a tire and didn't do anything else for the rest of the day.
Yeah, because you rented a car at that point.
Yeah, I did not get to visit Repton or anything else at the North Yorkshire Moors other than just the initial ride. Then went to the Wensleydale Railway, which is a little line in the middle of nowhere that offers service to a little tiny station called Scruton. And I had to
We're
go.
not gonna get Scorigami.
I had to go. It was a very, very cute little thing. I thankfully didn't have to ride a pacer, but I did ride this crusty DMU that hasn't seen service since British Rail.
That's
It's very crusty and very
Screw in.
rattly.
You found it.
I finally found it.
Oh my god, wait,
Um,
we have Scorigami.
Really?
40-40 tie. It is a 40. That's
40
Scorigami.
tie. That's Scorigami.
They tied on Monday or Sunday night.
That's so fucking
Oh
funny as well. On
my
what,
God.
a
It was
block
a
field goal?
40-40 tie on Sunday night.
I cannot believe we have Scorigami on the podcast. Is that the first time this has happened?
I mean, definitely the first time that's happened. Holy crap!
I'm gonna see how quickly.
I
it
did
takes
not
them to
expect. It's already updated.
Oh, it's already updated.
Oh, sorry. The board is not updated,
No, it's
but
not.
the ticker at the bottom is. It shows that it is. It shows that it's Scorigami. I just refreshed the page and it errored.
My Eagles friend just sent me a thing. It's like I wanted both of them to lose, and I got my wish.
Oh my god!
This is so fucking.
So this was
earlier I was gonna say I don't like either team. I want them to tie, and I was like, "There's no way that's gonna happen." So I said nothing. I should have said something. It would have been prophetic.
That's fantastic. Okay,
this is beautiful.
So
back to not being beautiful.
Back to
England or something, I don't
Scruton. Not Scranton.
know.
Maybe Scranton.
Scrotus.
Not Scrutin, and whatever Scantrons. I don't know. It was really fun. It was worth the £5. And they're like, the funniest thing was I came up and I say, "Hi, I'd like a ticket to Scrutin, please." And here you are, and there's a lady sitting in the back of the ticket counter, the ticket booth, and it's like an actual station, so it's like an actual ticket counter.
Yeah.
There's a lady sitting on a windowsill behind, like an older lady. It says, "You're not from around here, are you?"
What gave it away?
Like, you're not. That's not a Yorkshire accent. And I'm like, no, it's not. I've come a very long way to go to Scruton. And I told the crew on my way out of like I come from a place in Scranton, and this is the closest place spelling wise to Scruton, so I had to come. It's a very, very lovely little station, very well restored. Well worth the £5. I then continued my drive north and visited Childen and Locomotion. Childen is widely considered the birthplace of the modern railway. It was the start of the adhesion-hauled section of the Stockton and Darlington. The section north of there was hauled by cable up to the mines. I got to see Flying Scotsman with no crowds.
That's
As it
crazy.
was currently stationed there. It was absolutely crazy to see it with nobody around, and I'm very greatly honored with that.
It's like running into Leonardo DiCaprio
Oh.
on the street and no one else recognizes him.
Yeah, basically, it was in light steam as it was just running the day before. So like nobody really cared. They're just there. And I'm very happy that I got to see Flying Scotsman.
Also, I just want to make a comparison to the National Railway Museum, right? The super crowded one. Based on the photos, it reminds me of the Railway Museum of Pennsylvania if you tried to pack twice as many things into the building.
Yes. Yes, it's very similar in design to the Rare Museum of Pennsylvania. However,
Uh-oh. However, Casey?
He's being censored by the British.
However, well, I guess we'll never know. And that was the end of Casey's trip, folks.
They faded off into obscurity.
Yep, she never made it back.
I can't believe she did that. Anyway, it's time
She
for
made it
Locomotive
to
Racing.
she
Okay,
made it to
Bender, you know
Scranton.
your
She
thing.
made it to Scruton. She finally found Scranton after all those years of searching, and that was the end. I'm gonna be real with everyone. There actually there are more pictures. I forgot with the the Megger picture got
So-
stuck in the middle of all of Casey's pictures.
Anyway, I'm going to talk about my dilemma quickly that I'm facing here. They turned off the AC, I assume for maintenance,
Yep.
and I have been sweating my balls off this entire podcast, so I turned the shower head on. I turned the shower
Flick.
on and put it to maximum, like, cold water, and it has not helped
Picks?
at all.
Do you have picks?
What?
Sure you want some? I'll send some
What?
right now.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Casey.
Hold up, I'm sending
I
pictures
don't know
to
what happened
Terminus.
there. The
All right, I'm sending pics of the bathroom in Terminus podcast. 1 second.
Okay.
I don't know what
There you
happened
go,
there.
Nick.
So anyway,
The NRM.
you found Scranton and died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's hard to breathe in here. It's so bad.
is it something on my end or?
No. He has no AC for some reason and is dying.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, I've been sweating my balls off this entire podcast. It's like not like I have actual sweat dripping off me. That's not like an alliteration. Not
Are
alliteration.
you in
exaggeration.
Are you in a hotel?
I'm on the ship, which like I get free
Oh.
room, but also I'm at the whims
Oh, you're
of.
currently. I was like, aren't you on a cruise?
I'm not cruising. No, I'm working. We have not left Portland. We are still in Portland. But I am at the
Sorry.
whims of whatever needs repairing, which is in this case the AC. After this podcast, I'm just gonna go walk outside in like shorts and a shirt just to like dry
Six?
off because it's of me in a shorts and shirt. I can get
Julie,
you those
shut
if you want.
up.
Those aren't that.
Shut up.
It's 65 degrees outside, which is freezing for a
East hot,
Floridian. Hold
sweaty,
up,
and in shorts, dude.
And,
Can I get a picture?
at any
why
rate,
should I give you a
any rate,
picture when I'm gonna be hanging out with Nick
I'm
tomorrow?
gonna shut up, the both of you.
yeah. So in locomotion, I got to see there's quite a big collection there as well, because a lot of freight cars as well. Notably in there was the uh original rocket, which is a lot bigger in person than you actually think it is. We tend to think of rocket as very diminutive, and while it is diminutive, it's a lot larger than we think. It's also very tall.
Hmm.
Also, next to it, didn't know it exists, another Rainhill legend, the San Parai, built by Hackworth, Timothy Hackworth.
This
That's the
bastard
original
came to
one.
the Loco Games.
Yeah, that I didn't know the original existed, so I'm like reading about it, looking at it, like, oh my god, wait, what?
It's
What do you?
nuts.
Also LMS 5000. Uh, while there, I met someone who works for the Adirondack.
Oh my god.
Across the ocean, I met someone who I work with, and I wanted. I was very upset at this news.
I can't deal with this anymore. I'm gonna go get dressed and rejoin the podcast once I'm
That's
outside.
fair.
It's
Yeah,
been
don't
absolutely
die.
brutal.
It sounds fine. Don't die. So, I then traveled back down to London and had a very, very unique day. I was able to dump my bag off at my hostel, and ran around the city to Victoria and Paddington stations, respectively, and got to see two mainline steam engines in a terminus station within 30 minutes of each other. Which is, my American mind cannot comprehend this.
No.
Please show the images. I got to see Clan Line, which is a merchant navy class of Bullied Pacific, at the southern terminus, at the head bumpers, on platform 1. They even let me inside the cab, which is a very, very ergonomic cab, I must say. Very well set up for mainline running. Was really, really cool to be inside of a steam engine cab in
In a major
in
terminal.
the, in a major city, in a major terminus, under the canopy. I then went up to Paddington, and while I didn't get to go in the cab, I got to see the B-20R B1 Mayflower, which was named for the ship, on a rail tour at Paddington, come in and then leave immediately after. Was pretty cool to sit at the yard of Paddington. It's a very big station. A lot of things coming and going. There's also like 3 tube lines that run into it, so that's also kind of cool.
Bear while you were there?
I did see the bear. Yes, that is a brass statue just sitting on the platform.
I was
then-
kidding, but I guess I'm not really surprised.
Yeah, no, it's real. Like they have a statue for him. The Paddington bear is a
I
statue.
was joking, but I guess that's not really that surprising, is it?
There's statues for everything. Like I can't put it into words. So the next day, I headed down to Kent to go visit a good friend, Chris Eden Green. Love that guy. He makes some very great content. Go watch Team Locomotives and Profile. Shout out, I guess. I don't know. You should go do that anyway. Got to visit the Romney Hyde and Dim Church. Very, very tiny trains going very, very fast on double track. I'd like to please show the photos of that.
I have.
They're really impressive.
Yep. I got them. Hold on,
it's-
let me just center them so that people can actually see. Romney Hyde and Dim Church. What is the gauge here? 18 inches?
15 inch.
Oh wow.
Talk is.
It's and like you're running at 25 miles an hour, and those engines are pulling their guts out. They are using every single ounce of steam going about 100 scale miles an hour.
That's
It's
awesome.
insane.
That's so cool.
It's really cool. I'd also really like to draw attention to the model railroad.
The mouse?
Please, the Romney rat,
What the hell?
the Romney rat.
It's it looks like a turd.
It runs around the layout and has beady red eyes.
What?
It's just,
Oh my god.
I'll send a video later, but I'm just like, what the fuck is that? Audibly, like, it's a pretty cool display at Romney Station. I then decided to have the worst day of my life.
Worst day of your life so far.
And I went to the Bluebell Railway. Now, normally, the Bluebell is, it's the premier line. No, it's not. Don't go there. They suck. There's so many other great lines instead. But I decided to change because I wanted to see BG Head, the Brighton Atlantic run.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to ride behind it. And turns out it was on a dinner service. You needed to book tickets for in advance. And it got laughed in my face when I asked to ride behind it. It was not an enjoyable experience. But I got to see another Terrier. Fenchurch is a very, very tiny engine. They're absolutely minuscule.
Is this the S160?
Which, yeah, and the next one?
I'm looking at
Unfortunately, that is not the Polar Express.
that's a different S160.
Different S160.
Yeah, so, after that, I went to the Spa Valley. I got to see the Caledonian 828, so Donald and Douglas from Thomas. Also insanely tiny and has all of the lubrication you could ever want.
Damn.
Also, then
All
went
you might ever
to
want. Woo.
I went to the Chinner and Princess Risborough to go see their S160.
The Risborough.
Okay,
It
yeah, there's the
is-
S160.
It's very weird to see an American engine surrounded by British stuff, and it is very much an American engine only in basic shape. When you actually get up close to it, it is very much a British engine. It is very much completely changed and modernized to fit the British standard in everything other than shape. The cab is completely different. Your brakes are completely different.
Does it still have the bomb inside the cab?
No, it does not. It does not have that.
Aw.
No, the
It's-
bomb is in
it's-
front of the cab. It's where the steam goes.
It's very, very, very. It's very cool, but also very sad. That same day, I was able to go to Didcot Railway Centre, which is, if you're ever in London, it's like a 45-minute train ride. Please go, worth it. Got to see 2 auto tanks, 1400 auto tanks running with auto coaches in the same area, which is phenomenal. You're able to walk around the whole yards. There's broad gauge, 7-foot broad gauge.
Oh, this is
Like-
Donald and Douglas. Sorry, I got lost in that because you went to Romney Highland Dim Church before.
Yeah.
You went backwards in the photos for a minute, and I got very, very confused as to what was what because I don't know the British engines enough to know what you meant when you said certain things. All right, so there's the auto coaches.
Yeah, the auto coach is the blood and custard with Great Western 1466.
Okay, yeah, I've pulled that up for like 3 separate things that I thought it was so far.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to watch back.
Oh, please
There's the
don't.
broad gauge. Hi, future me. The broad gauge is really cool. Seeing a 7-foot gauge train is just kind of breaks your mind. Like you can actually stand on the footplate, and I'm like, I can lay down. I could just lay down on the deck, and I'm not gonna touch either side. Like it's so unfathomably wide, and we as a society have failed and should have gone with it. Also, the Germans are still flying overhead over there. The food is please show the food.
Hold on, let me grab that. Sorry, I was just noting down that the Scorigami site has updated to show the 4040 tie. Uh, here's the food. What
Yeah.
about the spud? Where's the spud tray?
That's
Oh,
later.
that's
That's
I,
later.
I see it. It's down. It's down there.
Yeah. I got to go to Brecon Mountain, which is all of us know it as the not WWF in Wales, which really feels. I think TJ described it best to me. It feels like if you took the WWF and just plopped it in Wales.
I know they have the what is number 2? Is it a Pacific?
Number 2 is a Pacific, but they do have a Prairie.
They have a Prairie.
Yep.
They also have their own Model T rail car, which I've just pulled up here.
No. That's I think that's owned by them, but it's at the Vale of Rydal,
Oh,
which is
okay.
also owned by Brecon Mountain. It probably could run there. I mean, it's 2 foot, so yeah. What's notable about the Brecon Mountain is I got to run and fire on the line. I got to fire the engine up there.
Awesome.
I paid for a cab ride. It was worth every penny. The 2 guys up there are absolutely phenomenal, and they're like, "Oh, hey, you want to take the scoop?" And I just immediately took to it because I've done it before, and they're like, "You've done this before. Are you a regular fireman?" And I'm like, "Sort of."
I usually just yell at I usually yell at firemen out of the window.
The same day I went to the Vale of Rydal. They have a great museum. I didn't get to actually ride the line, but as you can see, Model T rail car, really cool.
Another one.
And Fire Queen, which is a frameless 4-foot gauge engine from 1848.
And by frameless, you mean the boiler is a structural member.
Boiler's the structural component. The True Barn Pine. Really look it up if you want some cool history. I got to visit the Talaflin next. If you go down to the next one, absolutely gorgeous, phenomenal railway. I got a spud train. I got to see the
Here's the
real
spud. Yep.
I got to see the real Sir Handel,
He
and
is
I
here.
brought my childhood Thomas wooden Sir Handel to meet the real one.
So I already pulled this. I already pulled these up once because I was totally lost and I was just flipping through pictures to try to find the right one. I just want to come back to the spud for a second for anyone who looked at it for half a second and went, "Oh my god, triple starch!" It's a spud, a baked potato, potato chips, and this is not mashed potato, which is what I thought it was. It's coleslaw. I thought it was
Coleslaw.
I thought it was potato in 3 forms, and I was honestly a little disappointed when I learned that it was not.
It'd be really great. Also got to see the Audrey study as part of the Narrow Gauge Museum, and the actual season 7 Scarloey prop from Thomas,
Cool.
which is really cool to see. I got to ride both the Festiniog and Welsh Highland. Garrett's are cool.
Yes, and the tank engines, right?
No,
No,
they're Garrett's. They're Garrett's.
Yeah.
They're not tank
They're tank
engines. They're
engines.
Garrett's. It's a different
fall under
thing.
the tank
It's a
engines too,
third
eventually.
category.
The third
It's
category.
fall
not
under the
one
tank
or the
engines
other.
too.
This is not. We're not. They're non-binary.
I was gonna say, are we making new engine types?
So
No, they made the new engine type.
the Festiniog Welsh Island is a really, really cool railroad. It's worth a visit. It's very commercialized. But one thing that no video, nothing, absolutely captures is the insane wind. It's so windy. It's right on the ocean. It's right on the estuary, and it's like a mile out to the ocean. It is so
It's
unbelievably windy.
fucking
Please show
windy.
the photo of the wind.
I showed it for a second.
Yeah, it's so. It's so cold. It's always rainy. It's miserable. It's a miserable place for a station.
Ah, yes, Great Britain.
Yeah, like Wales was beautiful. Wales was absolutely gorgeous. The Festiniog loading gauge is absolutely tiny compared to the Welsh Island. It's also really cool to go around a loop.
Oh, I see.
Loop, brother. I got to visit the Welsh Pool and Clanfire Railway, which is a light 30-inch light railway featuring continental stuff.
I
As
too
got to
like
ride
lighting fires on the clan members. Anyway,
Okay.
72 virgins.
The Buffalo Bills.
I think that's the wrong religion.
I got
Yeah,
to
remember,
ride a
guys,
fixed train
teamwork
at
did
7:45 in the morning. Like, as the sun was peaking up, they also had a visiting engine that was from Romania, which is really cool. Got to ride a doubleheader. I made a lot of new friends, bought a lot of books, and they had a whole Steam fair going on, so they had all kind of road machines and whatnot. And as the doubleheader pulled back into Clanfire Station, there's like a mechanical organ. It's spooled up. It's playing music. It's dusk, and all of the engines are all parked around. And here comes our train in. Everyone has a beer. It's having a great time. We all have food. It was just a magical place. It was absolutely magical.
Hey, wait a fucking second. What the fuck is? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Casey. I found there's a caboose here. There's a
Where?
caboose in the shipyard.
What?
It's the DOD one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wrong
Yeah.
way.
Oh, wait,
You gotta just
wait, no.
flashback.
No, 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 no.
Photograph
What's
that.
Wait.
It's the long fucker.
It's I've seen this thing in Florida as well. Well, if I'm gonna make my way over there, what the fuck?
All right, well,
Be careful.
there goes east. He's going,
Wait, no, what the fuck?
I also went on the Boston Lodge tour, which I honestly don't recommend. It wasn't really that informative, and didn't get to see a lot of cool things. Still saw some cool things. Got to go in the cab of the Welsh, of the K1, the first Garrett, which is quite roomy, believe it or not. Got to
Hell
see
yeah.
their
Hell
new, their new mining switching locomotives, their battery locomotives, which they have named Amp and Volt, respectively.
Awesome.
yeah. Nice.
Really fun. And I got to see Welsh Pony, one of the England engines. I cannot fully describe how small these engines are. Like, I could not fit in them if I wanted to.
Give your eyes
These
closed.
engines are so unbelievably tiny. Like, a normal person would struggle to get into them. I'm like, why would you build something this small? When they said narrow gauge, they meant narrow gauge.
They meant narrow loading gauge.
Yeah, oh my god, it's so unbelievably tiny. I also visited the longest station name in Europe, the very silly place with the song. I'm not going to try to pronounce it.
Ah, boo.
I'm not.
If only Weibold was here.
If only he was here. Another thing I'd like to point out about the Tallinn, I actually went twice. I went back for a day. They have dragons all over the railway. At every station, along the line, everywhere you look, you'll see these little chicken wire dragons made out of moss and sticks, stone, clinkers, metal. And I put a
Anchors.
couple of them. They're really, really cute, and it's a fun little thing to try to find them all. I posted pictures of Fathu, or I think it's actually pronounced Fadu. Fadu is the name of the valley. Frederica and Hazel Diamond.
Oh, ow! I just twisted my ankle.
Oh, for God's sake!
You okay?
Yep, I'm fine. I probably should not be walking around in the dark, but like, fuck it, we ball. I'd rather be out here than inside.
Why are you not focused on the podcast?
East just got hit with the ankle disintegration ray for getting too close to the Department of Defense caboose.
It's like the Harley Quinn thing where it's like shoots someone with the cancer, right? It's like the ankle ray has got me. No, because like this is also half military base, so like there are areas where it's like cruise ship contractors like illegal beyond this point. So I'm just like skirting the edge of like becoming a Chinese spy and also being legally like mind you, the army is here. ICE is gonna deport me back to Florida.
Listen, if someone comes up to you and offers you Bing chilling, you say, "Huh?"
Yeah.
You don't admit you know. No. You don't say. You don't acknowledge that you understand, or we're never gonna hear from you again.
Lingangu, lingangu.
To wrap up this trip, because I want to get this get this going.
Also, Tyler is telling me to hump the car.
I've taken up. Do not hump the car. Do not the car.
Do not the car.
I'm gonna remember the main guys, except this time for the Spanish side. I'm taking my revenge.
So
I'm stealing the DoD caboose, putting it
Let's
in my
get to it.
suitcase,
Finish
and
it up.
moving it to Florida.
all right,
East, shut up.
I got like one more thing to say and then I'm done. So
We've been on this for a while.
I know. I want to move on. That's why I gotta rush through Wales. I always feel like I rush through Wales when I'm telling these stories. It was quite an amazing trip, and I learned quite a lot about how to travel. Please show the last image of my face at Tower Bridge, Ellis.
Hold on,
I did this entire trip with a backpack. This was 3 weeks up and down the whole of England with 2 cars and mostly by train. I did this entirely with a backpack and came back with 16 books and 15 extra pounds on the backpack. I left at 20, came back at 35.
Oh my God.
It was insane. And I'm very glad I picked a backpack and I didn't actually lug a suitcase around. It made for some interesting times, but overall was really, really phenomenal. 3 weeks in the UK, Railway 200. I wish I could have stayed longer, and I wish I had done it slightly more into September. That is just about everything I want to talk about.
That's fantastic. Well, I am glad that you had such a great time, and I'm glad that now we have all this experience for whenever one of the rest of us goes. You can inform where to go, where not to go. What to do, what not to do.
Don't go to don't go to the NRM. It's not worth it.
So tomorrow, when Nick picks me up, I want us to go to the caboose in the daylight and see if we can get better photos of it.
Okay, well, it's been nice knowing you.
I
I will throw in one more little piece of local service before we move on. I forgot to mention this earlier. There's a cylinder update from the T1 Trust. They're making the cylinders.
There's a cylinder update.
Yeah.
Did they put it in an M&M tube?
Yeah, and it cannot be harmed.
It is critical that the cylinder must not be harmed.
Okay, well, Casey, I'll give you a break, even though we could jump right from your stuff to the Railway 200 stuff. I'll give you a break. We can get everyone else's stuff cleared away, because everything else is fairly straightforward.
Yeah, thank God I only chose one article instead of like deep diving into like the 20 Florida articles we have.
Yeah, I don't have that much in the way of Florida. What?
Yeah, let's do local versus.
You were the one complaining to get on with the sections, Achilles.
No, I don't. I was like, are we? I didn't.
No, we're not. We're not doing it.
I think we should do local versus.
No, we should not.
No,
Alright, Bender.
So-
what is your... Power MT of the S2, go. I know you have it
I'm
memorized.
gonna kick so many
Like
people off this
1643.
podcast. Okay.
Can we just run a rerun?
Yeah, we'll go back to the beginning. Uh,
Yeah, take another one.
so
I
Achilles,
think in honor of Railway 200, we should do the pet versus like an S2.
just watch it get crushed underfoot. No, so what is the Savage Tuwilla?
Thank you. So, WP had a branch line from their main line, as you would expect a branch line to be,
Yeah, that's how that works.
unless you're in New England and it's a branch on a branch line.
All right. Well,
Um,
all right.
but
Or a branch on a branch on a branch line.
Listen, if you're
Probably also
way
a
out
real
west,
thing.
you've got a branch line, but it's not actually connected to your main line. It's just like off in the middle of the woods. All right. So that's what do you have to say about that, huh?
that's
Oh
cooler.
wait, you don't have woods. You're scared of those.
Whatever.
Well, they also don't have
Uh,
rain, in which they're also scared of.
So, the Savage to Willow Railroad, essentially this WP branch kind of just, went out of service in the 70s. And they built this giant industrial facility, an industrial park in Tooele. And they needed a way to access it, and they couldn't really access it from the existing main line in Tooele because of, I don't know, like math or grades or some bullshit.
All right.
So instead, they basically reopened the old WP branch and connected that to. They're in the process. So the railroad opened, quote unquote, but there's not any actual cars yet.
So wait.
And they're still a while from actually doing anything. They just kind of have some stuff.
So wait. Are they isolated? I feel like I need a map. Well, obviously
No,
they're
they're
not
connected
isolated.
to the main line. They're connected. The main line section is connected, but everything else is not.
Okay. Short line connects to
Um,
UP's chapter subdivision via 1 mile connecting track that reactivated last year. BNSF is seeking access via its trackage rights. Oh, the UP and BNSF are fighting about this? That's fantastic.
NSF is fighting because technically there's a mile between the interchange and the main line, and BNSF is kind of raising a stink. Well, UP was like, so you don't actually have trackage rights on that 1 mile of track, so only we can serve the railroad. BNSF was like, well, can you based on this one obscure line in a document from 1995. Yeah, yeah.
I think both times in recent memory that you've been on the podcast, you've picked apart an incredibly obscure, like, UP versus BNSF standoff, and I live for that. I'm not even kidding.
I love how petty railways will be at the like stupidest shit. It's like a mile of track. Who gives a fuck?
Well, it's a mile
Meanwhile,
of track
like,
that
God forbid.
if they don't have access to that mile of track, they don't get into like the 6 miles of business park.
Okay, but UP clearly isn't doing anything with it if they're not,
Well, they're working
providing
on it.
customers anything.
Well,
I still want to
So
know why the fuck the DoD train is here.
Bomb squad in your cruise liner.
Bomb squad.
So anyway,
at this hour,
That's
at
that.
this time.
That's
Oh,
literally the
delectable.
entire thing. What they really opened was the connection between the interchange
Ooh.
and the main line. That's what really got opened. The actual railroad has not been finished yet.
yeah,
So I would like to
they need
point
to
out,
lay
I
all the track inside the business park.
Yes.
stepped in the same pothole that I stepped in earlier when I twisted my ankle, except this time I landed flat-footed, so I didn't twist my ankle.
Proud of you.
I am now 0-2 against the road here.
Well, speaking of being disconnected from the main line, Bender, what's going on up at Mount Rainier?
Yes, I
Ryanair.
had one. I had
You
one
mean-
thing I wanted to say.
Mount Ryan Air, yeah.
I think
$5
that-
seats.
I think your short line, Jalees needs to change their paint scheme. Honest idea.
It's
Anyway.
It's
Oh, the new
it's,
one?
It
It looks awful.
Savage, and it's awful.
Yeah.
That's their
Yeah,
company
that's all.
paint scheme.
That's
company
their
has a much
company
better
paint
paint scheme.
scheme?
That is their
Yes.
company
I
paint
hate
scheme.
it.
Yep.
That's so
I
That's
didn't
all
know
heritage
that.
unit.
Oh my god.
So,
I-
yes.
The photorealistic American flag. You know what it reminds me of? Like the photorealistic Minecraft texture packs from 2017.
No, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of like everyone and their mother in Trans 2006 just doing photorealistic textures on boxcars. So it was just like a Blender cube with like the most like compressed photo like of a boxcar, and like sometimes they wouldn't even edit out the shadows. So like half the time you'd have just like a light pole or something in the middle of the boxcar.
Something. There's a prototype for everything.
The photorealistic textures of real life. Wait,
It's like when you said taking a real life screenshot or something like that.
I never said that.
No, it's for the screenshot
No, I
competition
know.
or
I
something like
definitely
that.
nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
no regrets. So, today on the Mount Rainier Scenic. Sorry, I'm very low energy now.
I know. We spent all the energy.
I'm
The
sorry.
Mount Rainier Scenic, big thing, bridge update. Go watch the video. I'm not watching 36 minutes of video. I had the time, and it's about footage they couldn't release because they were waiting on more information.
Oh,
The description,
okay.
it
Interesting.
basically said, the case on the arson may have gone, alleged arson, may have gone cold. And apparently there have been patterns of threats against the railroad and staff and other trestle arsons in the Pacific Northwest recently.
What the fuck
Apparently.
did they do?
Well,
Exists.
who did
on
they
the Mount
piss
Rainier
off?
Scenic, there was a they wanted to reopen something, so fucking
So
bad,
crazy
obviously.
people to potentially set everything on fire.
Yes,
Okay, but why are we setting fire to the cool little choo-choo and not to like?
because they were
I
reopening
can't
it.
say that. I cannot say that.
Set
on the
fire to
podcast.
the rain.
The thing about the Mount Rainier
Yeah.
Scenic East is you know who
Poor
owns
timing
the
with the Mormon Church.
you know
Anyway,
the Ringo in Silverton. Okay.
yes.
And
We need to
if I'm remembering
burn
my
the DNS
lore
instead.
correctly, the Mount Rainier Scenic used to be owned by the people who owned the DNS, and they sold
fuck
it
Alan
years
Schwartz.
ago.
Not Alan Schwartz. Alan, whatever the
Harper.
fuck his name is.
There was
Al
a
Harper. He can go
time
like choke on a Moby Huge and like die. I don't
right
literally
when
do not give a
right
shit
when
about him.
COVID
He's
started,
like
the Mount Rainier is
horrible
shut
human
down for like
being.
2 years or something. It was shut down for a little while, and then they reopened it, which is this people.
I'm Al Harper's like #1 hater.
Go watch the video. You learn a lot more, and there's also cool footage. Update number 2. This is covered in the video on the main video here. 70 has been granted a little boiler ticket extension. Yay!
Yippee!
They can do that for a little bit longer, and then it'll go down for its 1472 in December, or after December rather.
Go down
the
on
Christmas
1470U.
Yeah, I wish I was there. This other
That was
one,
good.
I also wish I was going down on Bender. In
Yeah.
the
Good
DoD
lord.
card nonetheless.
So then there was this other one. Apparently, they got a call from somebody named Dr. Robert Marshall Wells. Incredible name.
Dr. House, is
From
that
the Pacific
you?
Lutheran
Huh?
University.
Do you have hair in your special place?
He's a professor emeritus. Apparently, the Cascade PBS showed up and made a 6-minute video on the Mount Rainier Scenic.
Cool.
That's cool. Big fans of
Go watch
PBS.
that. I also haven't seen this because I didn't even know it existed until I looked at it.
Well, there you
Go
go.
look at that.
Now you know.
And the last one, this other one is just a trailer for the video. Ignore that. This last one, there were important points in which I outlined in a message I sent to Tyler a little while ago. A little while ago, being last month on the 11th.
Oh, okay.
So on 9/11,
No,
unironically,
last month.
Pretty.
isn't last month September?
No, we're still in
We're still
September.
in September.
Oh, I thought we were in October. For
No, I'm talking
That's how
about-
fucked up my like sense of time is.
Oh no, sorry, no, I did. I went too far. I went too
The
far.
DoD ankle break is also affecting my mind, guys. Please help. Oh,
No,
so I
okay, this
found
is the 20th. I went
another
too far.
legal walking path to the DoD car on the other side, so I'm gonna walk back to it.
Bro. So here are the important things that I outlined because I sent this in a different chat, not our DMs. Things they're going to do in this video, specifically to 70 when it comes down to its 1472. So going on the back of its extension, they're going to work on the valve gear. They're going to do work on the cylinders. They're going to do work on the bearings. They're going to fix the cant in the tender, the lean it has from a wreck in the 40s
Oh,
sometime.
but the gangsta lean.
I know, it's pretty cool. They're going to put on a cross compound because the single is fine, but it runs all the time because they have to keep up the air pressure. And the most important note on this list, they're painting the fucking boiler green.
Hell yeah.
Um, they're making their own flexible stables as well, by the way. Fun fact. Yay!
Favorite green.
Work is progressing on 5. I recommend you watch the video because they cut the front tube sheet out, and when they would do it, they were gonna like replace part of it. And as they were cutting it, the entire thing just flexed. Like
Ugh.
it was not in the same shape anymore. Yeah. watch that segment. You'll flinch because it's the lead up to it, and then it just one of the guys is just cutting it, and then chunk. So they're making a new tube sheet. Yay! A lot of things happening to the 5. Would like to see that done one day, but that'll be in the future. But things are happening at the Mount Rainier Scenic, and we can all be happy that the Milk Walker never dies.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see that they're optimistic. It's great to see that they're working. It's great to see that the Mount Rainier perseveres despite all of the hardship that they've been through in the last handful of years. Like,
they've rose like a phoenix from the ashes. Honestly,
yeah, which
they're
is
doing great.
Yeah.
Kind of does that count as irony considering they keep getting set on fire?
Counts as arson.
Allegedly.
Arson.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Definitely not arson, guys.
Is this the one that's in? Is this the thing? Yeah, this is in Japanese. East, what does this say?
So are those train tracks?
Oh my goodness.
No. Anyway, we are currently celebrating the 100th anniversary of the finishing of the Yamanote Loop line. For the 100th anniversary, they are painting 2 units into 2 special schemes, one for the 103 series and one for the 215 series. Foamers are going mad because the 215 series has fake lights.
Oh
What?
right, that
Like
thing.
it has they just took a photo of the front of the 215, and they what were we just talking about like 5 minutes ago? Photo like realism. They just made a photo realism front. So there's literally just stickers of the lights, not where the lights are. And so it's really funny because the headlights on the 235 series are above the cab. They're high headlights. So you just see like the light coming from above, and then like the fake headlights down below. It's really funny, and like foamers are like, this looks really ugly.
Yeah,
I don't think they've done the
10 baller.
Yeah, I really like how they're doing the 103 series. I think that's probably my favorite of the 2. I don't actually have the link open right now because I'm walking, and if someone could DM me the link, that would actually be
Hold on,
great.
I'll get it.
Ellis already deleted it.
Yeah, no, I already I took it out. Hold on, let me.
I don't remember which one it was, but they're also because of
it's
this.
the only one that's in Japanese.
Merch. Yeah, including selling handbags, selling train plates. Yeah, so it is the 103 series I like more with the CSX like slope at the back. That one's really nice.
Yamanote line. This is JR East, isn't it?
Yes, this is the line in Tokyo. This is like.
Are they selling you pieces they selling you pieces of tire?
No, but yeah, you can buy bags, you can buy stamps, you can buy paper merch, you can buy non-paper merch like cardboard or like plastic stuff like that.
And you can buy,
and then of course there's also several events going on. You can also, I don't know why there's a random anime girl in here. I don't know if that's like they're partnering up with her or because it doesn't look like the official mascot for JR East, and she's not green enough to be the mascot for the Yamanote line. In fact, she's like too red for that because Japan loves their colors. Let me tell you that. So
They
like
do.
they typically will associate, the Yamanote line historically green. As you can see, trains have always been painted green. It's always been the green line dating back to, the war.
At
So
least
The
then
war.
to make the anime girl not green would be like heresy. Um, so yeah, you can also buy a official stamper to celebrate stamp to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the opening of the loop line. Because the way the JR the Yamanote line was built was it was originally I believe a private company that just kind of started building in chunks. So they built from, Tokyo out to one place, then they built the next chunk from that place to Shibuya, then from Shibuya to um Shinjuku, and then eventually they closed the loop in 1925. And I think the Yamanote line is probably the highest, I don't want to say highest ridership, but I think highest ridership per highest frequency.
Hmm.
Because there's a Yamanote line train every minute. They are 11 car train sets and they are fully packed no matter what time of day it is.
Wow.
Damn.
There's something like 20 trains on system at any time. And like even like in the off hours, they still have like 2 minute headways and they are still packed because it is the only way to get from Shinjuku, from Shibuya to Shinagawa to Tokyo on the loop, unless you take the Ginza subway, but that only goes to Ueno, or Akihabara, depending on which specific line you take. If I'm remembering correctly. So like, if you want to get there, you have to get on the Yamanote line,
Sounds
which,
like they need better service. I'm not even kidding.
okay,
A train every 30
okay,
seconds.
Yeah, like
okay,
actually.
8-inch flat
Creeps the
spot.
doorbell.
No, like the thing is the only way they could realistically increase service is if they fully automate everything, which they are getting ever closer to actually doing. Because I believe this isn't, I think, anything recent, but they have tested automating the Shinkansens because the fucking Tokaido runs sometimes as little as like 3 minute headways. And on a high speed line, that's pretty fucking quick. I don't know what the headways on the Acela are, and I don't think that's a really good worldwide example, but it's the best we have in the States.
It's like
And
an
that's probably
hour
like
at
what, every
best.
hour?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like imagine an Acela every 3 minutes and they run at like 90% capacity.
Oh, thanks.
If you've ever seen the videos of people being shoved into trains in Japan, let me tell you, that's not an over-exaggeration. As someone who's been to Japan, who has been not shoved into a train, but I would have been like, if there was, I was standing in line and I was the like cutoff point, the person in front of me got shoved in. I got to take the next train. But if I had gotten there like 10 seconds early, got in front of that other person, I would have been the one being shoved in to not a Yamanote line train, to a KK train. Um, but let me tell you, fucking these trains get packed. An 11 car train, probably like 100, maybe not 100, maybe like 60 people a car with the like 1 to 2 minute headways is insane.
Thanks a lot, Yankees.
Yeah. I do, Bender, look this up. What is the busiest line by ridership? Like what line has the highest ridership? Because I think the answer in general is probably the Kaido line. I don't think you're beating it because 16 car Shinkansens, you know. But I think
Do you,
Yamanote line's probably top 10, I'd say.
do you want the AI overview?
No.
Uh Not
Because your
really.
list here in the AA overview, I'm going to give you the full spec sheet here, okay?
Oh yeah,
World's
let's go.
busiest rail
Let's see how
lines: Beijing
uh-huh.
Subway, Shanghai Metro, Tokyo Metro, Shinjuku
Okay,
Station.
that's
That's not even a rail line. It's,
Nailed it.
I did find out Shinjuku Station is. I knew it was the busiest station in Japan. I didn't know it was the busiest station in the world, and it's the busiest station in the world by over 300 million people a year.
It's funny.
God.
1.3 billion with a B go through Shinjuku Station every year. Well, it's actually like 1.312 or something like that, so I'm excluding 12 million people or whatever. But like the next station is like Shibuya or something like that, which is basically Shinjuku but one stop north or two stops north. And like Tokyo is like only sixth overall. Like Tokyo, I think, is like 300 million people a year. Shinjuku is 4 times as busy as Tokyo. That's how insane this is.
Fun fact. Here are the other fun facts. The busiest rail lines in the United States are the Northeast Corridor, the Long Island
What a
Railroad,
shock.
the entire
What a
Long Island
shock.
Railroad, by the way,
Yep.
and other
What a
major U.S.
shock.
One
commuter
line.
systems such as the MTA, Metro North, and Metro.
That's like the
Apparently-
least shocking
yeah, thank you.
information ever.
Another fun factoid that I searched up here, according to Wikipedia, Japan has 46 of the 50 busiest railway stations.
Yeah, that checks out.
That definitely checks
Also,
out.
I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it's something like Shinjuku has 17 tracks and Tokyo has 29 tracks. Mind you, Shinjuku doesn't even have a Shinkansen stop. Shinjuku is just Cape Gauge.
I'm looking at it right now at the list of busiest railway stations. At the top, we have Grand Central with 44 platforms. Shanghai with 36. Frankfurt am Main, 34. Xi'an, 34. Blah, blah, blah. The most tracks here for Japan is Osaka with 29 and Tokyo with 29.
Yeah. So
Uh,
Shinjuku has 4 times the amount of ridership as Tokyo with half the number of tracks and no Shinkansen connection. That's just how insane Shinjuku is.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. We love Japan.
So find me the ridership numbers for the Yamanote line, please. I need them. Come on, Bender, do what you're good for. Do research.
Bender, I need you.
Bender, Ellis, I need cock.
Well, the best I can do is a rail bus. I'm sorry. We're rule of threesing the rail buses. I'm gonna interrupt this program of research because this is very silly. So I wasn't even sure what I was going to do for my discussion topic. Then I saw these two articles that sort of went together. One is sort of vaguely related to. Oh shoot! My browser is having problems. One is sort of related to the situation at Mount Rainier, where things keep catching on fire. They had a fire on Vancouver Island, I suppose not far from where you are, east, which destroyed 2 train trestles out there. Now, the rail line on Vancouver Island has been disused for a long time. They've had machinations. They've got a 282 logging engine out there that hasn't seen the light of day much lately. But they've sort of wanted to restore it and run on the main line for a while. To draw up support for rail service on the island, they got a high rail kit strapped to a school bus.
Oh, God.
And they've been using it for, I suppose they're calling it touring at the current time. They're just driving it around on the rails on the island, I guess.
It's so
Holy
good.
shit.
I love it. I love it.
It's so good.
It's like the bus they have at the Albion and Smoky Valley. The prison bus looking rail bus.
Oh, you mean 3415?
Yeah. No. Yes. But yeah, it's incredibly goofy. It's a 2.5-minute video, and it's got these really great shots of just driving the very literal rail bus. It also has some POV shots from DJ Hammer's Trains, which is a really cool YouTube channel. DJ Hammers does famously did a lot of New York stuff, a lot of front window through all the New York subway system and time lapses and things like that. Um,
Yeah, used to watch a lot of his stuff.
yeah, very very cool. Um, although speaking of
Very cool.
oh shoot, I wanted to because I mentioned it. I feel like I should throw into the cargos as well. Um, the ANS A and SV. They're doing some kind of work weekend upcoming. We have a link for that. I will also put that in the cargos.
They're finally shutting down? What?
So I found some numbers not directly relating to the Yamanote line, but I did find what the busiest railway line in Tokyo is.
What is it?
Not in Tokyo, in Japan, and it is the Nippoi Toneri liner in Tokyo's Arakawa ward was found to have an average congestion rate of 177%.
Congestion
Oh,
rate.
Trains,
my God.
trains with a capacity of 4,800 people were often found to be carrying over 8,600 passengers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're carrying 2 people per people. That's a lot.
Anyway, to answer your
Yes.
question, East, daily ridership, somewhere it was census 4 million people, approximately 2015. The JR Pass website lists 5 million. So
Yeah, 5 million people a day is like is almost the entire population of the Miami tri-state area, if I'm not
if
mistaken.
you're curious, this is what the map looks like.
And mind you, this is like literally just a loop line in Tokyo. This isn't like some expansive line that goes, in between all these different points. It's literally like a 26-kilometer, like 16-mile loop
Oh,
or
it's a
something
trunk
like that.
line.
Yeah, no, you just go around. Yeah.
That's cool. Wait, what?
It does. Oh, but it doesn't run at night.
2 jaders.
Yeah.
See, that's weird.
that's-
Like I find that weird. I know it's almost like a cultural thing, right? This is a total rabbit hole to go down. But of course, while I was riding the New York City subway, I was reading all sorts of history on the particular line we were on, and the way the service patterns change for weekends and late nights. And it's like, oh yeah, they run 24/7. Every one of these stations is served in some capacity 24 hours a day. And that just isn't a thing on many of the world's largest metro systems outside of New York City. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
the
JR
London Tube is
JR
not 24 hours a day, which is wild as well.
Yeah.
JRE shuts down, I think, at like 1 a.m. and reopens at 5 a.m., I think.
Yeah, it's
So
funny.
they have the reason they do that specifically is stated so they can do track work at night, so
Yeah.
they don't have to
Yeah.
delay during the day, which that makes sense. You
Yeah.
know.
That's why that's why the New York City subway suffers so hard. But like yeah, 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. is like the same shutdown period as the MBTA. You know? That is the window in a lot of cases. Now the MBTA, of course, has not used that time to do track work because things were a
No.
disaster. But
Well, they just
they,
don't.
they got better.
Yeah,
they got better.
Sleep.
So who out here has seen the video of like where they moved the entire like in Japan where they moved the entire platform down?
Yes.
Like they basically like that was in that like 3 or 4 hour period. They like moved the entire station over.
Yeah, it's very
so it could
impressive.
be open the next day.
What about the guy who fell into the toilet and fucking? What was
Michael
that?
Jackson.
It was
No, it was Elvis
Is-
Presley who shot himself to death, right?
no.
Yes.
There was a guy in a station in the Southern Islands.
But also,
Mhm.
Elvis Presley did shit himself. to
Where he
death.
like fell into like a 3 meter hole or whatever because the.
Oh
the-
my God, yes. No, it was a grandma, I think, right? It was an
No,
older
no, it was a
lady.
dude. It was a dude. It was a guy.
It was a dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was an
he
OG
wa-
son.
It was an OG song. I remember the story we discussed in JNS. He was using the bathroom and like a 3 foot hole just opened up in the floor and he just kind of fell through it.
Great. I love Pro Rail Transport. That's in the.
Because like it's so interesting that like, again, you're transporting basically the population of the entirety of, the, what's it? I forget what they're
That was
called.
in
Where you
Chicago.
The
come from
Miami
Germania.
metro area? Is that what you're
Miami
looking
metro
for?
area, thank you.
Yeah.
Metro area. You're basically transporting
Virgimania.
every single person in the Miami metro area per day to a different location in this 16-mile loop line or whatever. But then, like, the rest, like, some random, like, in Hokkaido, for example, they still use old cabooses as stations because they cannot afford to build a proper structure. So they took a caboose, took its wheel, not even took its wheels off in some cases. In some cases, it's literally just sitting on its wheels still. And they just painted over it, like, station, like, over, like, where the caboose would be. And, like, these are still used today, you know.
That's insane. That's
JR
absolutely.
Central is such a good case of this because JR Central would be broke as fuck. JR Central has one major city in it, no, two, Nagano and Nagoya, I believe, right? Because Central isn't Osaka and Kyoto. That's JR West, right?
Uh,
I believe so.
beliefs.
Yeah. So they have two major metro areas, both of which aren't necessarily all that major, and one of which is a very car-centric. Nagoya
No, they
is
go to
very
Osaka.
car-centric.
JR
They do go to
Central
Osaka.
is
Okay.
Osaka to Tokyo, yeah. Then the southern
All right,
map.
so they do get Kyoto barely has any trains, but Osaka is very big. But they basically use all of the money they make from the so JR Central owns the Tokaido Main Line, the Shinkansen pretty much. They are able to use that money to fund the rest of their network. I think we've discussed this before. The Tokaido Line
Yeah.
makes up something like 70 to 80% of their network, like all the income they make, and they're able to use that money to actually provide services to the other, you know, the small towns where, you know, maybe 100, 200 people use this train a day or whatever, but they're able to subsidize those by, you know, the 90% capacity Shinkansens that run every 3 minutes.
See, from what if I'm
And
remembering correctly, yeah, they're the ones who are owned in part by the Norwegian bank.
yeah,
Yeah, like the Norwegian
also,
fucking government.
yeah, and like the JRs are such a weird case of some of them are split privatization, split owned by the Japanese government. And then there are some of them which are just owned by shell companies of the Japanese government, like JR Hokkaido, JR Shikoku, and JR Freight. They don't have enough money to be self-sufficient. So they are owned by companies which are owned entirely by the Japanese government, you know.
Ah,
So
yes,
the Japanese
Amtrak.
government is still able to subsidize. Yeah, it's pretty much like an Amtrak situation where they're quote unquote private, but not really.
All right.
Um,
Well, let's hit the last discussion topic. We're gonna wrap right back around to the UK and
which
wrap
is
this
gonna
thing up
take another
because
like
it is
hour.
1 a.m. No, it's not. Thankfully, there are not that many pictures.
Yeah. We don't have a whole lot.
So
But
Railway
I
200
wanted to.
celebrations, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah. So there has been essentially a 9 month. I don't know. There's been a festival across the entire world. It has not just been England and Wales and Scotland and all that shit. No, it's
Foamers
been across.
everywhere.
There's been stuff in New Zealand. There's been some stuff here. There's been a lot of stuff in continental Europe, celebrating all things with this. This culminated this past weekend with the ultimate mango gobbles. Like I cannot describe it in any other way. They took the locomotion replica, the replica locomotion from about 50 years ago. I'm gonna post some photos in the chat. Please show these photos.
I managed to pull up the Facebook video.
Oh yeah, play the video. But I just posted some photos. They ran it on the main line. Like
It's so good. It's so
it's
good.
so wild. It's so wild that this actually got to happen this weekend. They ran it over 3 days from Shildon, like I said before, the start of the adhesion hauled section of the Stockton and Darlington, down to Darlington. On Darlington sits on the East Coast Main Line, the former LNER main, which is electrified, high speed track. They ran it under wires at night and then on to Stockton-on-Tees Station. Holy
Essentially
crap,
now
they did it.
qualifies for that in Steam Under Wires Royale, by the way.
Oh no,
Yes,
no!
yes, it does qualify. It's run under wires. It also has air brakes. I want to make that abundantly clear. They added air brakes onto it to be fitted for mainline use, and the air pump is somewhere in the coach
At the back of the consist.
at the back of the consist.
Oh my
It's
god,
so crazy.
it's
Um,
incredible.
as a part of this, the Hopetown Darlington, and by extension Darlington Locomotive Works, the group behind Tornado and Prince of Wales new builds, is situated in Darlington in an old locomotive shed. Up until now, they have not had a connection to the main line, even though they've been sitting right across from it, like literally right next to it. Over the summer, and completed recently within the best like last 2 weeks, they have completed their mainline connection. They are now actually connected to the main line, and then immediately used it like constantly every day since. As Tornado has come back from a vacation on the North Yorkshire Moors, where I got to see it. First time it has actually been home since home by rail. It's never been to its home by rail before, which is why. What is this place? Flying Scotsman has been in, Sir Nigel Gresley's been in, and now Locomotion has arrived by rail. It is so bizarre. It's really cool. It's quite amazing they were able to basically build an entire new section of line in about a week. Uh, while there, over this weekend, they had offered a Giants of Steam event. Flying Scotsman was there briefly. As I mentioned, Sir Nigel Gresley, one of the A4s, and Tornado were there, as well as a couple other locomotives visiting. Basically puttering around in the yard, light steam, cab tours, the like, for this weekend and other weekends. As part of that, a very weird crossover happened where the Japanese ambassador to the United Kingdom visited Tornado's cab.
Hold on, let me
And
pull up that. Yeah,
yeah, like he.
Which photo is that?
it's
just
the
there.
Tornado. It's the link is labeled Tornado.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn! I should have taken that article. I would have had a good segue into Casey with that then.
Yeah. I'm
A
surprised.
great recognition of the locomotive starring role
I mean,
in the movie
it says
Paddington
tornado.
2.
How would I? How should I have known? You know, it's just labeled tornado.
Yeah. So the main reason with this is Tornado is, as of recently, is fitted with some type of Hitachi signaling system. I'm not 100% sure of how it works yet.
Yo,
It,
it has
it
ATS. You can run
vibrates.
it in Japan. Yeah.
It is the first steam locomotive to be equipped with Hitachi digital signaling. Which is
I maybe in Britain, maybe in Britain, but I don't
maybe
think
in Britain
it's
they might be.
Japanese have had ATS for the past 70 years under steam engines, so I don't think that's true for the world. Um,
But yeah. So that also happened. Um, which is just wild. That's just wild to me. Okay. Um. So yeah, a lot of things going on up there. The mangoist of the gobbles.
It says the world's first installation of digital signaling using Hitachi equipment. That doesn't say on Steam. It doesn't say in Britain. It just says in general. This might be a completely new proprietary system that Hitachi has developed,
but I'm
and they decided to go for
pretty
it.
sure. I mean, maybe, but I'm pretty sure also the Hitachi train sets, like the high speed train sets, also probably use Hitachi digital signaling. So
Well,
I think
I
and also the other thing is I would not be surprised if they said that without doing any sort of research into Japanese sources at all, because Hitachi has also built Shinkansens, which I'm sure also have some sort of digital signaling.
I mean, I I don't necessarily think you're wrong, but I think that this might be qualified in a way that we don't understand instead of just being wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not a
No,
not a hundred percent sure.
I'm a big fan of Hitachi products. I think the biggest seller is a great tool.
Yeah, I also agree with that. For no other reason in particular.
It's a good
Anywho,
massager.
uh, moving
Yeah,
moving
exactly.
on.
I don't know what else you use it for. It's good to get the knots out.
Yeah, moving
Makes
on
you
to
feel
other
really good.
Railway 200 events. The Vale of Rydal is a very interesting case. Now, I sadly didn't get to ride it, but I got to visit their museum. Um, and the Vale of Rydal has a very interesting distinction. Now, a lot of steam on British railways ended in 1968 with the 15 Guinea Special, which was the last mainline steam hauled passenger train. Except it
What year was
didn't.
that?
1968. Except it didn't, because steam actually ended on British Rail in 1986 on the 2-foot gauge Vale of Rydal,
Go on.
which um the Vale of Rydal is a very interesting railroad. You should go and watch some videos on it. It's really cool. They
Are
have
they the
these
one that
great.
had the 2-foot engine painted into pure blue?
Well, that's what you spoiled it. Come on.
Oh, okay. Well, how was I supposed to know that's what you were talking about?
Yeah,
Gabagool.
By
our
waiting
sister.
30 seconds.
Oh, womp
So,
womp boo hoo. This
any
podcast has
rate,
gone on long enough. Let's get to latest train on Amtrak.
so they might have changed at this point. So Vale of Rydal, great
it
thing. One of
genuinely
the
could have
locomotives
changed
was
since they
built for
last
tax
checked.
evasion, and I think that is great
I love tax evasion locomotives. Tommy
because
won my beloved.
because it lasted past 1968. The engines were painted in PR blue for a period in the 70s, and with the restoration of one of the engines, it's coming back for a gala in October for Railway 200 in VR blue, and the entire preservationist scene over there is like, oh my god, fuck you, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? No, stop. But then there's people like, hell yeah, let's do it. Like me, I am in that camp. Let's put it in blue.
Yeah, it's kind of
And
incredible.
it's
I
really really
I mean,
incredible
it's
to see
historically
that.
actually,
incredible.
Yeah,
I believe
yeah,
they should put it in green. LNER green. I think that'd be a great idea.
it was a
Was
great
it the
Western
LNER
brand
that was
design.
green?
Don't you bring the LNER into this?
Okay, paint it into LNER green. Then I've made up my mind.
No. At any rate, I'll move on to the Festiniak stuff here really quick. I don't really have a segue other than it's 2-foot. Um, these two videos are about the Wickham trolley, which is a LNER speeder. I don't know why they call speeders Wickham trolleys. I don't understand it,
Oh,
but that's apparently what they're called. It's a
okay,
speeder.
okay, all right.
No,
I hear
no, it's
Wickham Trolley, and I thought a trolley in a place called Wickham.
maybe that's why it's called that, but I don't know.
That's where they were
It's actually
invented.
Someone had a no. The guy who invented it over there just had a really Bostonian accent. He was like, "It's a wicked trolley. It's really
Oh
good."
yeah, they misheard them. It's a
Yeah.
long-standing
Yeah,
misunderstanding.
That was the worst Bostonian accent I think I've ever heard. Ellis, please do a better impression.
No,
so these things by our logic is just a speeder, and I've seen one of these. I see no difference at all between a speeder and this. This one was converted to 2-foot, and they're running it for their Bygones weekend. So these are two videos about them running it because I don't know.
next
Yeah, they go test it.
next time the Wickham Trolleys all come to the DL, let me know.
Yeah,
I, thought
I'll be
last
sure to
time.
let you know from your attic.
Yeah, the Wickham trolley is actually gonna pull the big boy.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah. I don't have a link for this, but Steamtown moved everything, including the big boy.
yeah, they shuffled everything around just for fun.
Somehow they didn't put it on the ground. I don't know how. but they didn't do it.
Lots and lots of. Let's go back to early in the podcast. Lots and lots of lube.
All right.
Well, don't worry. They had that from like the gallons of rain. Like it rained like an inch and a half while they were doing this.
Okay, we're doing latest
Homie,
train on Amtrak now.
miserable. All right.
no, water is not a lubricant.
Latest
Water
train
is
on
the
Amtrak.
opposite of a lubricant. Latest train on Amtrak. Nick's penis.
No.
Anyway.
Maintenance away. I'm getting married in like 20 days. There's gonna be a live stream. After that, I'm gonna go on honeymoon. Videos might be a little bit spottier than they already are. And then when I get back, I shall resume work on the trading cards because I no longer have the excuse of having to plan a wedding. So that's my maintenance of way.
Actually, you have to start planning someone else's wedding for them without their knowledge.
Okay.
I'm not going to say who, but like they know who I'm
I
talking
can think of
about.
some candidates.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got some ideas.
You know, we have Casey in the PA.
You
Casey
and
in the
Bender.
Adirondack. Me and Bender. Me and Nick. Me and Tyler.
The
I'm
pollen
not
cube.
getting married to the Adirondack. Absolutely. I'm
Yeah,
already
the-
married.
the-
I
to
hate
the Adirondack.
Casey. I hate to
I'm
break it
trying
to you.
divorce the DL.
I hate
Let
to-
me divorce them in peace.
Yeah, exactly. You're already married. Okay. Now, latest train on Amtrak. The moment you've all been waiting for.
Ellis, is there a Floridian on the map?
Yes.
Actually, tell me how many there are on the map.
What if I don't want to?
Nick, how many Floridians are
There are 4.
Okay, that tells me what I need to know.
Okay.
Are there any auto trains on the map?
What's the auto train number? Yes. Yeah, they're both on the map.
Both on the map. Okay, so it's not the auto trains. Go ahead and give me a. No, because that would have missed all the. Go ahead and give me a southwest chief in the direction of Nick.
Well, that's
From
not
Chicago.
descriptive. From Chicago, so that's 3.
Okay, all right.
Three,
Yeah.
Give me 3. Go ahead and
The
give me
westbound
3.
Southwest Chief. Okay.
Any builders on the system?
There are 2 builders on the system.
I'm assuming one east, one west.
Yes.
Mm. Give me. I'll take the eastbound.
All right. Casey, energize.
He's put the idea of the Floridian in my head, so I'm gonna go southbound Floridian.
Okay.
I'm gonna say a westbound Empire Builder based on the earlier conversation.
All right. Westbound Empire Builder. The Empire Builder to Seattle is 30 minutes late at St. Paul, Minnesota.
There's not another one?
Nope. The eastbound Empire
Oh.
Builder is 4 minutes late at Rugby, North Dakota. The westbound Southwest Chief, there are 2 of them. One is 57 minutes late at Lawrence, Kansas. The other is 2 hours late at Flagstaff, Arizona. But it's not the latest train on Amtrak. The Floridian, there are 2 Floridians that are late. There are 2 Floridians that are on time. The on-time ones are the northbounds. The late ones are the southbounds, starting with number 40.
They're the latest though.
Hold on. Starting with number 41, Floridian to Miami, 3 hours and 57 minutes late at Elkhart, Indiana. That is not the latest train on Amtrak. Honorable mention goes to the California Zephyr number 6 to Chicago, 4 hours and 10 minutes late at Denver, Colorado. And the latest train on Amtrak is number 41, Floridian to Miami, 4 hours and 26 minutes late at Cary, North Carolina.
Yeah, the reason I asked is because there have been times where the southbound Floridian is so late it wouldn't have hit Miami yet. So if there were 5 Floridians on system, I knew it was going to be the Floridian. And the other reason I asked the auto train is because if there's only 1 auto train, or if there's 3 auto trains, no, it wouldn't be 3. If there was only 1 auto train, then that would be the latest train, because they leave at the same time. So if there's 1 on the system, there's a good chance it's the latest. Because the auto train doesn't get slightly late. The auto train is on time or fucked.
Well, also the auto train, because it doesn't have intermediate stops, the lateness doesn't really update as it travels. If it leaves super late, it's going to show super late for its entire run. And likewise, if it leaves on time, it tends to show that way, even if it's picking up time.
No, not really. Because it doesn't update at the stations, it updates dynamically.
Right, it does the look ahead, though, so it's... If it eats up all... Like, it won't... sometimes it won't show as late until it eats up all the buffer time.
Uh-huh.
Because it's still, like, oh, we can make up that time in between. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's the latest train on Amtrak. Let's wrap it up. Casey. I don't think I gave anyone any points. There were a lot of deserved points this episode. And also, I know that it's like... It feels like we've been doing this for 300 years. This is a normal length episode of the podcast. It's 2.5 hours. This is like the audience is watching us lose our minds, and they do not like. It's not clear as to why we are, because it's not like we've been at this for 4 hours. We've been at this for a normal length of time. We just started at 11 o'clock at night.
Well, listen. This is why I said you need to put a rerun of Locomotive versus Slice It In.
Yeah, rerun of the original Passion of the Crackpots, the genesis of Loco Royale.
I still think we should have done a local versus just for shits and giggles. Anyway,
Someone would
so
have fallen
termination.
asleep.
My termination is the image Nick sent earlier from Curly.
Also, my termination, notably.
Yeah.
So
I think Bender should also make it his termination.
I would, but I have so I've been I just
Did you put that there, or did East put that there?
I copy pasted it.
I'm not even on the document. I haven't
Uh-huh.
opened it on my phone.
Uh-huh.
No, I can promise you that because Google Docs fucking sucks ass on mobile.
It does. This really sucks on
Like,
mobile.
that's the reason I asked you to send me my link, because I wasn't fucking gonna open Google Docs on my phone. It's actually ass.
I don't know what to make my termination.
I think
You
you
know what?
should
You know,
make it the
you know,
photo of
no,
Curly.
you know what?
Meh.
I gotta say mine out loud. Oi, mate, can I have a bowl of water? Thanks, bruv, in it.
Choose down tube in it.
You
They
didn't even
really
t-
talk
you
like
didn't
this
even
over
talk
there.
about how there were ice cream stands everywhere.
Oh my
Or British
god, you're
people.
right. You're right. I gotta say it. Every single railroad had at least two different distinct ice cream stands with different items in them. I don't understand. Most of them had 4. And they were at
I
the
understand.
same spot, the same station. Not at like
The
different
British-
stations on the route, but the same station would have like 4. I don't know. I
The
don't
British
get it.
haven't. I get it. The British don't understand the concept of air conditioning yet.
They don't. They really don't. But like,
Because it gets so hot in Britain, it gets to like a whopping 78 degrees, and they start melting.
Because
There's no air conditioning.
one station does not need
Exactly.
4 different things of ice cream.
I disagree.
No,
I actually
no,
need all
no,
of those
they
in
do.
my
Actually-
house.
Yeah, I vehemently disagree with you. I think they need more ice cream.
Actually, I think East needs one on the boat.
Honestly, I think it would melt before I could even
The
get it in
ice
my
cream
mouth.
making ship.
Oh, true.
All right.
Okay, no, but the thing is there's a couple of one of them's a tanker, and one of them I think is just a support vessel. Two Army Navy ships here. I'm guaranteeing you one of them has a working ice cream machine on it, because there's no way they would be able to support marine life on the boat without an ice cream vessel. It's like the meme I've been seeing recently, where like the German scouts saying that the Americans can actually idle their vehicles when they're not in them instead of having to turn them off, knowing that the war is over. It's like the Japanese hearing about us having an ice cream ship, knowing they've lost the war.
All right. I'm leaving the Bender, Easton, and Julius terminations the way that they are. My termination is the statements made of this podcast do not necessarily reflect the positions of the Iron Horseman Company or the opinions of any individuals within. That's my disclaimer today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to you guys for joining me, and to Stephen West for creating the loco base, and to whomever is running these cameras for not sending us a cease and desist. We'll see you all next week. In case of an emergency, call Conrail. Goodbye and good night.
Bye-bye. All right, I'm gonna go.